What's going on, guys? It's Jim Fahad. In this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to create an amazing business WordPress website using a free theme, free page builder, free plugins without doing a single line of coding. So first, let's have an overlook what we're going to make for next 30 seconds. I'm coming back. So that's the website we're going to make. Now let me introduce myself first, the instructor. My name is Jim Fahad. I'm a professional web developer. I've been developing websites for more than 10 years now. I started my career as a freelance web developer. I made my first 100K using a platform called Odesk. Right now it's Upwork.com, whatever. Now I'm not regular on that website because literally I get average 10 to 20 orders every day through my own website, that's jimfahaddigital.com. I'm sharing all this beforehand only to make sure that you're learning from a real web developer. So it's not about me at all, nor my services. It's a full step-by-step tutorial how to make an amazing business website in WordPress using a free theme, free page builder, and free plugins. So this is the page we're going to make. On the top left, here is the logo. On the right, here is the navigation menu. I will show you how you can put your logo and how you can create this kind of navigation with sub-menus. Then I will show you how you can create this kind of nice banner with slideshow in the background so you can put different images into your top banner. I will show you how you can create these subheadings, main headings, these paragraphs, also these buttons with nice hover effects. When user click any of these buttons, that will take user to that specific page. Then we will create these nice columns. So here you can talk about yourself or your team a little bit, and then you can create a call to action button to your About Us page. Then you can shortly talk about your services and make a call to action button that take users to the services page. Then you can talk about your commitment or your results. Then you can make a call to action button to your contact us page. And you see in this button the nice gradient effects. I will show you how to do that, and then we will create this section. Here you can show the services you are offering with nice icons, headings, and paragraphs. After that, we will create this full width section. On the left, you can put any image, and on the right, you can talk about your experience or about your core values. I will show you how to create these portions step by step. Then here is the testimonial area. You should have a testimonial area inside your website, because it doesn't matter what you say about your business, but what your clients say about your business is matter. So I will show you how you can create this nice testimonial area with client's headshot, title, their testimonial text, their name, company name, and how you can put that star rating. Then I will show you how to create this kind of nice slider with the icon of the companies you have worked for. So you can showcase that in this way. After that, we will create another full width section. Here you can showcase your work, how many projects you have done, how many hours you have gained with this nice counter and icons. Then I will show you how to create this services section. Of course, you should have a different services page, but you also should showcase some of that in the home page. So if you are a consultancy firm, you may have a financial consultancy service, solicitatory consultancy service. If you are a photographer, you may have photography service, videography service, like that. So you can create different blocks for your different services. And within each block you can add a call to action button. Like here you can see get a quote here button. So when people click on get a quote here button, that will take them to the contact us page. After that we will create this cool section. Guess what is this section about? Yup, you guessed it right. This is our blog section. These are the recent blogs that are coming from blog page. So each of these images are a single blog. If we click any of these or this one or this one, that will take us to the single blog page. Isn't that cool? After that, we will create this footer widget section. Here on the left you can talk about yourself. In case if you want to share some quick contact information like your phone number, email address or your other website address. And then I will show you how you can embed your Instagram feed within your website. So whatever you will post on your Instagram, people can see that within your website. And then on the right we will create this recent post widget. So here all the latest posts will be shown with nice square thumbnails. Then at the very bottom I will show you how to put this kind of copyright text. And now if we click on this top icon, that will take us to the top of this page. At this moment, if you think creating this kind of all thing is hard or you need to learn coding, then you are totally wrong, because we will be creating all of this without doing a single line of coding, only by using a free page builder, an amazing page builder called Elementor. Let me show you a little bit the power of Elementor. So when you are logged in on WordPress, you can see this top bar, click edit with Elementor. So this is the Elementor Page Builder. You can literally create anything using this page builder. On the left you can see all the Elementor elements, a lot of elements that's for free. I will show you everything how you can create this whole page using this Elementor Page Builder step by step when we will start creating the website from scratch. For now, I'm just showing you how easy it is to edit, update or create anything inside Elementor Page Builder. So here you can see a heading, find that missing piece. If I want to change this text, I just grab this text, remove it, and instead I want to write Jim Fahad Consultancy and I want to put a line break here. So I'm clicking here and clicking enter. It's instantly done. So you can understand how easy it is. Now here's two buttons here. I want to create another button. How can I do that? Just hovering over on this column icon and I'm clicking on this duplicate column, and you see here is the new button instantly created. If I want to make it centered, let's click on this edit icon, go to alignments and make it centered. It's instantly centered. If I don't like it, I hover over on this column icon, I click on this X or delete icon, it's instantly gone. Let me show you some more interesting things what you can do so easily. So if I want to increase or decrease the height of this banner, just click on this top section icon, and from here you can see the minimum height here is 90 VH. If I want to increase the height, just grab this and drag to the right, the height is increased. If I want to decrease, just drag it to the left. You see the height is now decreased. So let's keep it 90 for now, the way it was. If we want to play with it more, let's go to style, scroll down, click on shape divider, select bottom and type, let's select drops. You can see nice drop shape here at the bottom. You can play with it the way you want. You can increase its height or you can decrease its height. You can flip it, invert it the way you want. There are more shapes available, like you can select the mountain shape. So here you can see the mountain shapes here. You can increase the height. Even if you want, you can change the color from this this color palette like this. For now I don't want this. I'm just showing you what's possible using this amazing page builder. And I want to show you another powerful thing that you can do using Elementor. That is, you can check how your website looks on tablet and mobile devices. So if you want to see how your website looks on tablet device, just go to this responsive mode icon, click here, then click on tablet. You can see a preview of your website, how it looks on tablet immediately, and it looks really good on tablet device. Now if we want to check how it looks on mobile devices, let's click on mobile and we can have a look. If we want to change specifically something on mobile, we can do that as well. Like I feel this Jim Fahad consultancy heading is too big on mobile, so I want to reduce the font size only on mobile device. So to do that, I'm clicking on this heading icon here, then go to style, click on typography and have a close look. You can see a mobile icon here. So if I reduce the font size, it will only affect on mobile devices. The tablet and desktop size will remain same. Now if I want to make this button centered on mobile devices, let's click on this edit icon. On mobile devices alignment, I want to make it centered. Also this button, I want to make this one centered. And on mobile device, on the top right, here is the hamburger icon. If we click here, we can see all our menus here. Let's scroll down. Everything looks good on mobile device. So when everything is good, let's click on this update button. It will be changed immediately. That's why 4 million plus people start using Elementor Page Builder to build their website. So in this tutorial, I will show you everything step by step how you can create this beautiful website, not only for desktop, also compatible with tablet and mobile devices. Now let's have a look on the other pages we're going to make. Let's go to About Us page. I will show you how to create a different banner on each page like this. Then on the About Us page, I will show you how to create this kind of 2-column section. Then I will show you how you can create this kind of nice slider. So here you can showcase your work, your office or your portfolio or anything you want. Then we will have our team members area. I will show you how to create this beautiful team member area exactly like this one. So you can put your team members image, their name, their position and a short text about themselves. Then we will have our services again, the company logos we worked for, the footer here again. Now let's go to the services page. Here we will have the different services we have. I will show you how to create these blocks really fast and easily. Then here is the company logos. Here's the client's testimonials again. And here's the blog posts like homepage. And here I will show you how you can create a get a quote or contact form within the services page. So if we scroll up a little bit, and so if we click any of this get a quote button, that will scrolls down to this form. So people can communicate with you instantly by submitting this form. I will show you step by step how you can do that. Now let's go to blog page. I will show you how you can create a nice and clean blog page, something like this one. Here's the blog thumbnails. Here is blog excerpt, blog title, publishing date. If we scroll down, I will show you how you can create this kind of nice pagination. Then if we click on read more button, we will go to the single blog post. Like this. I will show you how you can create this nice single blog post page. Also people can navigate through your previous or next post using this navigator. I will show you how you can create this comment section so people can make comment into your blog and you can reply back as well. I will also show you how you can create this kind of nice sidebar widget into your single blog post. Now let's go to the contact page. In the contact page, people will get to know our address, our contact number, our email address, so they can communicate with us easily. Also, I will show you how to put put Google Map inside your website so people get to know where are you located. And here we will create another contact us form. In that way, people can communicate with you. Now let's start creating our website from scratch. And before starting, I want to tell you another thing. Who's this tutorial for? This tutorial is for you if you want to create your own website. In that way, you can literally save $5,000. I'm a web developer. Personally, I don't charge that much. You can check out my website. I charge really affordable price, but there are some fancy web developers who can literally charge you more than $5,000 to create this kind of quality website. Then this tutorial is for you if you want to create others' website. In that way, even you can charge $5,000 to other. Yup, if you have good marketing skill and you can convince your client, you can literally charge $5,000. And then this tutorial is for you if you want to start a web design agency. Yes, you listened it correct. When you are really good at it, you can make your own team and you can do it for full time. In this tutorial, we are going to make a business website, but if you watch this tutorial, you can make any kind of WordPress website by following the principles I'm going to show you in this one. So you already understand this single video can turn your career into next level. So please pause the video for the moment and give this video a thumbs up, and if you want, you can subscribe. Because it would be a 3 to 4 hour long video, and the reality is you cannot finish the video at a single morning or evening. You may forget about it after watching half of it, and it's natural. So please make sure you like this video and subscribe. In that way, I will be visible on your YouTube home feed and you can make your dream website live. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is get a domain name and web hosting, and I can provide you through my link with a 60% discount off your hosting. After that, we will install WordPress. After that, we are going to install a free theme called Phlox and a free page builder called, Elementor. And when we have done that, we will create our amazing website. So let's get started. If you have web hosting already, that's great. Then you can skip this part. If not, then follow along. So if we want to get a domain name and web hosting, we go to jimfahaddigital.com and hit enter. I will provide the link in the description so you don't have to type manually, and then go to web hosting. And here you can see my #1 recommendation for WordPress web hosting is Bluehost. So if we click the get started button from our website, you will get a discount around 60%. So why Bluehost? In my opinion, Bluehost is the best web hosting provider. I am a web developer. I tried so many other web hosting companies. I don't want to mention their name, but I personally ended up using Bluehost. Hundreds of my clients using Bluehost and they never complain about using it. If you see my Bluehost account, I have hosted here tons of websites and I never get a downtime. Their customer support is really amazing in case if you need any help. And that's why I always recommend Bluehost. And their price is really affordable for everyone. So now click on get started. You can see their pricing, so you have different options based on what you need. If it's your first website and you only want to host one website, then you can take their basic plan. And if you have multiple websites, more than one, you can pick their plus or choice plus options. Though both options are almost same, choice plus has some domain privacy and site backup features, but we don't necessarily need that. And you can take their pro plan if you are planning to host a big e-commerce website or if you have millions of visitors already. As a beginner, let's start with the basic plan, and we will get one website, 15 GB of SSD storage, unmetered bandwidth, free SSL certificate, standard performance, 1 included, 5 parked, and 25 subdomains. So in that price, these are awesome. But in future, if you have multiple websites, you can upgrade it to their plus plan. So basically you can upgrade or downgrade your plan anytime. Now let's click on select. Now we will select our domain name, and if you have a domain name already, you can enter your existing domain name here and you can set up that. I'm assuming you don't have a domain name already, so let's select our domain name. On the right side, you see there are options .com, .online, .site or .info. I always suggest to take .com websites because it's good for search engine optimization, and also .com website look more professional and legit. Now let's say we want to take apple.com, so type apple and click on next. It says unable to continue, the domain apple.com cannot be used on Bluehost, please try a different name. Because we all know apple.com is Apple's official website, we can take that. So you can put your name here or your business name or your brand name here. So for the sake of this tutorial, let's try for something like we will be create our website through Elementor Page Builder. So let's try something like our elementor.com and click next. So it says the domain our elementor.com is available. That's awesome. Now here scroll down. Here you need to put your account information, your first name, last name, business name, country, street address, city, zip code, phone number. And here the email address is very important because after completing the purchase, a receipt will be sent to this email address. So I'm putting my information really quick. My first name is Jim, my last name is Fahad, and my business name is Jim Fahad Digital. If you don't have a business already, no problem, you can just keep your full name here like this, Jim Fahad. But I have my business name, that's Jim Fahad Digital. Now I'm selecting other informations for really quick. And here's the email address. I'm putting my email address here, that's elementor@jimfahaddigital.com. Now scroll down, here's the package informations. By default, it's selected for 36 months, that means for 3 years. But you will have options for taking it for 24 months or 12 months. If we select it for 36 months, let's have a look on the final price. It's $286 for 3 years. Now let's see how we can reduce the price. For starting, we can take it for 12 months plan. So per month it will cost you $5.95. It's still pretty affordable. Now let's have a look on package extras. Here's the domain privacy plus protection. Having domain privacy is good, so no one get to know who is the owner of the website. You can keep it if you want, but for now I don't want this, so I'm deselecting this one because I want to be transparent. So if anyone knows I'm the owner of the website, I have no problem, so turn it off. I don't need CodeGuard Basic or SiteLock Security either, so I'm deselecting those as well. You see the price is now only $71.40 for the full year. Now here is the payment information. So I'm putting my credit card number here, my CVV code and expiration date. Let's click on confirm. Now scroll down. Now select this. So you are agreed with their terms and policy. And when you complete purchasing through my link, you see you are getting a huge discount and I will also get a commission. So nothing extra, that's a win-win situation. Thank you for that because it supports this channel and helps me to make more valuable videos like this for you. So now click on submit. It says your purchase was a success. We sent a confirmation email to elementor@jimfahaddigital.com. So I'm waiting for their confirmation email. And here's the receipt, so they will send it also on my email and you will also get that on your email. So let's create account. Now let's create our Bluehost account from here. Our domain name we already have selected, our elementor.com. Now create password. Now I am here putting my password and retype the password here again. Now click I have read and agree to Bluehost privacy policy and terms service. Let's click create account. Your account is ready to go. Now you can log in. So click on go to login, and you see I get already email from Bluehost to confirm my purchase. Let's now check our email and confirm our purchase. So here we get already 3 email from Bluehost. First email is for confirming our account. So let's just click on verify your email. So our account is now verified. Let's close this, and here is our Bluehost login area. Here login to your account, hosting login, yes, domain name our elementor.com, and password. Let's put the password. It's the password we chose a few times ago. So let's click on login. For now, just click on I'm not creating a website, because I will walk you through everything how you can do that by yourself. So just skip this all. Here, get started. We don't need anything. Turn off domain privacy protection. I don't want privacy because we don't need that for now. So we have successfully completed purchasing our domain and hosting. Now let's install WordPress on our website. And for any reason, if you logged out, then log in again. So from Bluehost login panel, put your domain name and password and then click login. Then you can see your Bluehost admin panel like this. From left, go to sites. And now we will install WordPress into our website. So now let's click on create site, or here create a WordPress site. I'm clicking here create site. Now site name, here I'm putting Jim Fahad production. Site tagline, you deserve to be seen. And don't worry, you can change these informations anytime from your WordPress dashboard. Now click on advanced. You can put your email address here. So mine is elementor@jimfahaddigital.com, and put a username. I'm putting Jim Fahad, and then set a password. Now click on next. Now they are asking why we want to install our WordPress. So here is our domain, and we only have one domain here, and here is the directory. We want to install it, our root directory, so people can see our website on our elementor.com. So we will keep the directory blank, and they are suggesting some free plugins here. We don't need that. Just deselect this all and hit next. Awesome. So you see WordPress installed successfully. So we have successfully installed WordPress within less than a minute. That's another reason I love Bluehost most, because I have used some other web hosting provider and they took sometimes 2 hours to 48 hours to install your website. But in Bluehost, you can see the result immediately. That's really amazing. So you can see it's our website name here, so the whole world can see now our website through this link, and this is our admin panel, our dashboard link. So only we can access that using this username and password that we have created a few seconds ago. So you can now click here, log into WordPress from a new tab. Awesome. So this is our dashboard. This is our WordPress dashboard. And from left top, if you click on visit site, this is our website. So the whole world can see it now. We have done nothing with it. So this is how it is looking now. From here, we will make it to an awesome website together. And how you can go back to the dashboard from left, here click on dashboard. And you can see the dashboard. I will walk you through all of this, so don't worry about anything. We will build our amazing website step by step. So far, if you have any questions, please let me know. Even if you face any problem during web hosting or WordPress setup, just comment down below. I'll reply back each question and I will try my best to help you personally. Alright, so we have now our domain and web hosting and we have installed WordPress. Congratulations, we're doing great. Now let's install our theme. But before that, I want you to familiarize with WordPress Dashboard. It's super easy. I'm showing you all. Let's go first from users here. When you hover over on it, from here, let's click on your profile. From here, you can update or edit your information. Like here, you can see admin color scheme. So from here, you can select a different scheme for your WordPress dashboard. Only you can see it. So no matter which one you like, you can select that one. Here is the default one. I like midnight one, so I'm selecting this one. Here you can put your first name. I'm putting mine. It's Jim, and last name Fahad. If you keep it empty, no problem. The matter is your nickname and your display name. I'm talking about it a little bit later. If you want to change your email address, you can change it from here. And then if you want to talk about yourself, you can write short biography about you. Then here's the option. You can update your profile picture so people get to know who you are. In my channel, I have different short video how you can update your profile picture using Gravatar. Then here, if you want to change your password, you can generate new password from here. But I'm okay with my password, so I'm canceling this one. In this section, the most important thing is your publicly display name. So it's Jim Fahad. I'm selecting Jim Fahad and let's click on update profile. Why I'm saying this public display name is important, because if we now go to post here, let's now click all post. You can see here a dummy post. It came with WordPress by default. If you want to see the blog post, then click on view. I'm opening it from a new tab. So here you can see the name Jim Fahad. This one is coming from that publicly display name. So the name you put there, it will be shown on the blog post as author of this blog. So this one is a dummy blog. Let's now create a blog by ourselves. So how can I do that? First, let's delete this one. To delete this, let's click here on this trash. So the dummy post is now deleted, but it's not permanently deleted. If we go to here on trash, you can still see the post. So we want to delete it permanently. Let's click here, delete permanently. It's permanently deleted. So now we want to create a new post. So to do that, you can click here, add new. Here you can see the page editor. It's Gutenberg page editor, but I don't want to use Gutenberg editor because we will be doing everything using Elementor Page Builder. So I want to use WordPress Classic Editor. So before posting our first post, I want to install a plugin called Classic Editor. How can we install a plugin? So let's hover over here on plugins and go to add new. If you don't know what a plugin is basically an add-on thing that will add extra feature into your website. Like if we now click on this popular tab here, you can see tons of popular plugins here. Like here you can see Yoast SEO, here is WooCommerce. So if you want to sell something from your website, there is already a ready plugin for that. That's WooCommerce. If you want to make your website or your blog rank into Google, you can use this Yoast SEO plugin. Then here you can see contact form 7. By using this plugin, you can create contact form inside your website. So there are thousands of free plugins that people already made for you. So you can just install that and use it. Right now I want to install Classic Editor plugin. Here it is, Classic Editor. But for some reason, if you don't find it on the feed, you can search it from here. So I'm searching here Classic Editor. Here you go. Now let's click on install now. It's installed and click activate. So our Classic Editor plugin is activated. Here is the Classic Editor plugin. Here also you can see other plugins like Jetpack, Bluehost. These all plugins came with WordPress as we have installed WordPress using Bluehost. But at this moment, we don't need these plugins without the Classic Editor. So let's delete all other plugins. How can I do that? If we click here on this plugin checkbox, all plugins are selected, but we want to keep Classic Editor editor one, so let's deselect this one and let's now click on bulk action. Some of these plugins are activated, so first deactivate them all. So here click on deactivate and click apply, and now you can delete all this one by one, but I want to delete them all together, so let's select all this together without the classic editor one. Click on bulk action, delete, and click apply. It says I'm sure or not. Yes, I'm sure. Click OK. So all other unnecessary plugins are deleted. Let's now create our first post. So from post, click on add new. Now you can see the classic editor here. Instead of Gutenberg editor, we will be using this editor in this tutorial. Let's add a title first. We can title it Our Awesome First Post. Now here in the editor, I'm pasting some dummy text. I will describe you later how you can create nice post using this classic editor when we will discuss about blog specifically. Basically, it's something like Microsoft Word, so you can select any word and make it bold, or you can select any word and make it italic like that. So let's now publish this post. Here click on publish button. After publishing any post, you can see immediately here is a permalink generated. So this is our specific post page link. If we click here, I'm opening it from a new tab. So here you can see our first post, our awesome first post, and here is our dummy text. But here one thing we can change. If we have a look on the URL bar, you can see our elementor.com/p=7. So it's not good, nothing human readable. So I want to change it. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard and let's go to settings. From here, click on permalinks. And from here, select post name. So our URL would be shown in a nice human readable way, like our domain name, then / our post name or page name, instead of this mumbo jumbo. So after selecting post name, scroll down, click here save changes. Let's now go to post, to all post. And here is our post. Click on view. I'm opening it from a new tab. And now you can see our elementor.com/our awesome first post. So that's our post name. So when we will create a page named our service, that will be shown like our elementor.com/our service. That's way good. Alright, now close this and let's now install our free theme. So to do that, let's go to appearance and from here click on themes. You can see some default themes that came with WordPress. I personally don't like any of them, so I want to use another theme. To do that, let's click here at the top, add new, and here you can see thousands free WordPress themes that all are available for you. You can use any of it. So if you wonder what is a theme is basically the look and feel of your website. That's actually pre-made WordPress community giving you that for free. So I want to use a free theme. I like it very much. It's called Phlox. So let's search for that theme. It's PHLOX, Phlox. So this one, I want to install this theme. So here you can see the install button. Let's click on install and now click on activate. Our theme is activated now and it says install Phlox core plugin. We need to install few plugins they are suggesting to get most out of this plugin. So let's click here, install Phlox core plugin. Now let's go to plugins to install the plugins, and here you can see Phlox core elements plugin is activated as well. So now have a look how our website is looking now. From top left, if you hover over here, you can see visit site. Click here. Now our website is displaying in this way. It's still ugly, I know, because we have not already designed it. This is the skeleton of our website. We will create our beautiful website out of it. And we will be using a free page builder to design our pages. We will be using Elementor Page Builder. So let's go our dashboard now, and we can clean up all these things because we don't want to see all of this all the time. So dismiss this one, close this one, close this, and close this. So our dashboard is super clean now. Let's now install Elementor Page Builder. To install it, go to jimfahaddigital.com/Elementor124. I will put that link in the description. So on that page, if you scroll down a little bit, you can see important links. From there, you will see a link says Get Elementor. Click here, Get Elementor. Elementor is a free page builder. It has also a pro version. By using that, we can create more cool websites. But in this tutorial, I will only show you how we can create an amazing website using their free version. Now click here on get started. It asking for my email, so I'm putting here my email address elementor@jimfastdigital.com and click here subscribe and download. It's downloading here. So it's downloaded into my computer. I'm going into my folder. Here it is. It's a zip file. Let's now go to our WordPress dashboard and go to plugins. From there click add new, and here at the top you can see upload plugin. Click here, then choose a file, click here and select the zip file we have just downloaded. Open it. Click install now. It's installed successfully. Let's now activate it. Click on activate plugin. Our Elementor page builder is now activated. Awesome. We are almost ready to go. Now we will be start designing our website using Elementor page builder. Before that, I want you to show some other WordPress dashboard options. I just want to familiarize you so WordPress wouldn't be a mystery to you. From settings, click on general. Here you can see the site title, Jim Fahad Production. You can change it your way. Tagline here. Here is our website URL, our email address, our time zone. You can change anything you want. Then now go to writing. Here all the default settings are fine. Let's now go to reading. Here is an important thing you need to do. So you can see here your home page displays. So which page you want to display when people come first on your website? Like my domain is ourelementor.com. When people will come on ourelementor.com, which page I want to show them? Of course I want to show them the home page, but we haven't created any page so far. So let's now create some pages first, then we'll come back into this page. To create new pages, from left here you can see pages. Click on all pages. Here you can see 2 dummy pages that came default with WordPress. I don't need any of them, so I want to delete this. Let's select all. Click on bulk action, move to trash. Apply. They are still available on the trash. I want to delete them permanently. So now select them all again, bulk action, delete permanently, apply. So all the dummy pages are gone. Now I want to create some pages. Let's click on add new. Which one first? I want to create, of course, home page first. So I want to name it home. On the right, click here, publish. After clicking on update, you can see a permalink instantly. It says our elementor.com/home instead of that mumbo jumbo. I want to create few more pages, so I can click here on add new, or at the top bar, if you hover over on the new, it's basically a shortcut. From here you can create new post, media, page, template, user. So you can create new pages from here or from here. Let's click here, add new. I want to create about us page, publish. I want to create a services page. Click on add new, services, publish. I want to create a blog page, add new, here blog. Oops, not there. Here blog, publish. Also I want to create a contact page, add title, contact. Let's now click publish. And if you have different services, you can create different pages for your different services. Like if you are a photographer, if you have photography service, so you can create a different page for photography service. You can create a different page for videography service. So I'm just showing you how you can create those pages and show them under a drop down menu. So let's click on add new. I'm just creating dummy pages. So let's name it service 1, publish. Add another service 2, not there, here, publish, and let's create another one, service 3, and publish it. Now let's go back to settings, click on reading. Your home page displays, click here a static page. I want to make home page. This one we have just created the home, and I want to make the post pages the blog one. Now click save changes. Alright, our major settings are done. Let's have a look now. So from the top left, click on visit site. Now it says home. So our home page is showing correctly. This page is empty because we have not designed it yet. First, let's create our menu here. So how can we create a menu? Let's go back to our dashboard. From left, appearance, go to here, menus. Let's create our first menu. Here is the menu name option. Name it as you wish because nobody can see this name. I always name it main menu, so I'm naming it main menu. Let's create on create menu. Now which pages I want to add in this menu. From left you can see all the pages. If we click on view all, we can see our all pages. Let's click on select all, add to menu, and here we can see all the menu items. You can reorder your menu items from here only by dragging it. So after home page I want to display about us, so I'm dragging it and dropping it under the home. Then I want to display services, so I'm dragging it and dropping it here. Then blog and contact is fine. But I want to make service 1, service 2 and service 3 pages as the submenu of services page. So to do that, I'm grabbing this service 1 and dropping it under services. If we keep it like this, it will be a regular menu, but I want it to be a submenu of services, so I'm just moving it a little bit right. So it's now a submenu of services. I also want to make this services 2 as a submenu also for services 3. Let's save this menu, go to our home page and refresh. We still cannot see the menu. Why is that? Let's go back to our dashboard. Scroll down. Here you can see the display location option. So here we need to select the location where we want to display the menu. I want to make it header primary navigation, so I'm selecting this one and save menu. Now let's go back to our home page and refresh the page. Now we can see our menu nicely. Also, if we hover over on services, we can see our submenus perfectly, blog, contact. Alright, now here instead of Jim Fahad production, I want to display here my logo. Also, I want to customize some global settings of this theme. To do that, let's have a look on the top bar. Here is customize option. Let's click here on customize. You can see this top bar when you are only logged in. Only you can see that. Your website visitors cannot see that because they are not logged in. Alright, so this is our customization option of our theme, the Phlox theme we have installed. Every theme has its own customization option, and Phlox theme has a lots of option you can customize. It's really unbelievable they give all of these customization option for free. Yep, they has their pro version as well, but the options they gave us for free, that's enough for us to build our website. We will customize some global settings of this from here, and then we will be start designing our website using Elementor Page Builder. For the sake of this tutorial, I have designed the whole website on Photoshop. You can see here this page. This is the home page. I have designed all other pages as well. So we will start designing our website using Elementor after customizing some basic settings from Theme Customizer. So first, let's go to site identity here. Click here, site identity. Here's the option for adding logo. Let's click here to upload our logo. Go to here, upload files on the top left. Click on select file to upload your file. And here I have made a folder called Elementor. All the images I will be using for this website, I have saved all these images here in this folder. Let's select our logo. Click on open. Now click here, select. Here's the option for cropping, but I don't want to crop my logo. So click here is keep cropping. Here is our logo. Awesome. If you want to get all the images I have used for this website, so all these images, all backgrounds, all icons, all images I have used for this website, you can go to jimfahaddigital.com/Elementor124. I will put that link in the description. So from there you can see here important links. You will find a link says download the images I use in the tutorial. By clicking there, you can download all the images I have used for this website. So you will basically get a zip folder. After unzipping it, you will get all the images, all the background images, brands images, headshots, icons, all other background images. So you will get it all. And you have full right to use these all images because all these images, icons I have created in Photoshop, and I'm giving you all this for free. That's a gift for you. So feel free to keep it and use it. So let's go back to our WordPress customize option. So we already have added our logo. Then see what's next. Here is option for adding an optional logo. We don't need that. Then here is the option again for site title and tagline. You can change this from here as well. Here's the option for logo width. By default it's 80 pixel. If you want, you can change it from here. Here's the logo max height. It's same as header height. You can make it a specific size in pixel, but I want to keep it same as header height. And here is the site icon option. So site icon is basically the fav icon of your website. Let's now click here on select site icon, upload files, select files, and here I have made already favicon.png. Open it. Now click on select. And here I don't want to crop it, so skip cropping. You see here at the top of our browser tab, here is our site icon added immediately. Alright, now let's go back. We were here at site identity. Now let's click on menus. Here is the menu, main underscore menu that we have created from Wordpress Dashboard. Click here. You can see the menu from here. We don't do anything with the menu from here, but this theme has given us the option that we can customize it from here as well. So just keep it as it is. Go back. Now let's go to general, but before that I want to change the background color of the inner body so I can demonstrate you on the general settings. So I'm going on appearance and content background. I'm just doing it to make you understand something. So just stay with me. I'm changing the background to black, or let's make it yellow, something like this. It's torturing my eyes, so let's keep it this color. Or maybe black. Okay, apply. Now let's go back. Yeah, now let's go to general, and here general layout. Here is the option you can select. Here is the full width website, and here is the option you can make it boxed. Like if we select the boxed one, then our site content will be wrapped in a box. Then here is the site max width option. It's by default 1200 pixel. If we want, we can decrease it to 1000 pixels like that. To demonstrate it to you, I intentionally changed the background color. So right now you can see some spaces on the left and right. If we zoom out our browser, you can understand it more properly. So you see, if we select the boxed layout, our website content will be wrapped inside a box, and there will be white spaces on the left and right. Let's zoom in. But not 1000 pixel. I want to make it default 1200 pixel, and website layout I want to make it full width. I'm just showing you what's possible using this customizer option. Now let's go back. Let's go to general typography. Here you can change the general typography of your website, like your font family, font size, line height, but I won't change any typography from here on this customizer, because I will do that using Elementor Page Builder. So I'm skipping for it now. Go back. Actually, most of the thing we will be doing using Elementor Page Builder. And here in this customizer option, I'm just showing you what's possible and what you can do using it. You may have different business, you may have different choice. So if you know how it works, you can create any kind of website you want. That's why I'm showing you what's possible. Now if you click here on the website socials, you can add your social media accounts like Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Dribbble. You can add all the social media links and can show them on the top bar. I'm not using it on this website, so let's go back. And here's the option for page animation and preloading. So if we enable the page animation option, you can see here is a page animation appears until your page loaded fully. So you can select different type of animations, like they gave us different options. If you select this one, your site will be preloaded this way. You can do cool things using it, but in this site I'm not using it, so I'm disabling this one. Now let's go back, and here is the custom JS code. If you want to use any JavaScript code, you can use it. Go back, and here is Google API keys and SEO. This one is important because of course you should track your website visitors, and I personally highly recommend you to use Google Analytics, and from here you can add your Google Analytics code so you get to know how many visitors are coming into your website every day or every week. So how you can add Google Analytics code here? First, go to your Google Analytics account. If you don't have a Google Analytics account, I'm requesting you to get an account today. From your Google Analytics account, if you click on admin, you can see these options, and from here click tracking info. From there click the tracking code. Now you can see the tracking code Google generated for us. From here you can see G tag, config, and then an unique ID. So just copy this ID here. I'm copying it by pressing Command C. Now let's go back to our customizer and paste it here. Then click here on publish to save it. I'm clicking here, publish. It's saved. Now let's go back. Now let's go to appearance. Here's the option for website background. If you want to add any background color on your overall website, you can add that from here. Then content background, that I have added only for testing purpose to demonstrate you how it works. So now I want to remove it. So I'm clicking here on this X icon and click apply, so that content background color is gone. Now go back. Here's the option for website frame. So if you want a frame around your website, you can add that. I don't need that. Let's go back. And here again the option for typography. Like I said, we will be doing all this typography thing from Elementor Page Builder, so I'm skipping it for now. Let's go to skin options. So if you have a video player or audio player inside your website, you can select your video or audio player skin from here. If you want a dark skin or a light skin, you can select it from here. And here's the pagination skin option. Like when you will have lot of blog posts on a single page, you want to display only 5 posts, and if people want to see next posts, then they can navigate through this pagination. And from here you can select the pagination skin you want. If you want, you can select this one or this one. I like this one because this is the popular one most websites used. Again, here is some typography option. We won't change anything from here, so let's now go back. Here this theme also gave us some option for mobile browsers, forms. We will have a look on these later. Let's now go back. Now let's click on header options. Now let's go to header section. From here you can change the header layout. Like now you can see the logo on the left and menu on the right. If you want to change it something like this one, so now you can see the menu on the left and the logo on the right, but I don't want that. I want to change the default one. Then scroll down. From here you can change the header width and header height. By default the header height is 85. I want to keep it 85, and here is the option for header width. If you don't want the space from left on the right, you can select the full width option, but I like the default one. Now let's go back. Now let's go to header menu. Here's the options for submenu skin. Like if I hover over on services, you can see the submenu in this way. If we want to change it to something like this one, and if I now hover over on it, you can see a dark skin. Okay, let's keep it like this. Now let's scroll down. Also here you can add animation effect. Like if I select this one, now if I hover over on it, you can see it appears after a little fade in. Alright, that looks good. And there, scroll down. Here you can see the option for display submenu indicator. So here, have a close look. You can see a down arrow here. If we deselect this, arrow will be gone, but I want this indicator so people can understand we have submenus under services. And here's the option for display menu splitter. You can see some dots in between the menus. I don't want that, so I'm disabling the option. Right now the menu looks clean. Now let's save it, click on publish. Now let's go back. We are almost ready to go. If you want, you can have a look on these other options. Like if you want a top header bar at the top of your website, you can go here, top header bar. You can enable it. So a top header bar will be added at the very top of your website. Like if you want to add your phone number at the very top of your website, you can scroll down here and you can write call us. Then you can put your phone number, something like this. So if we now click on publish, we still cannot see the text. From here on the settings, if we select this one, now you can see the text call us, then your phone number. So if you want to add a top bar into your website, you can use this option, but I don't want in this website, so I'm disabling this one. Now go back. Here is more customization options for blog, footer, extras. We will have a look on these later. For now, we can have a look on the page settings here. Now let's go to page layout. From here, you can select your page sidebar position. Like if you have sidebar, you can select this option. So a sidebar will be added on the right. If you want a sidebar added into left, you can select this option. But I want the home page without any sidebar. So I'm selecting this one, no sidebar. And here is the option for display content top margin. By default, it's enabled. If I disable it, there were some space at the top, but it's now gone. Now go back. Now let's go to page title. Here you can see the page title. I don't want to display the text home on the home page, so I'm disabling it. So there is no more home text on the home page. Alright, we're good with the customization for now. If we need further customization, we can always come back here in the customization. So for now we're good. Let's click on publish to save it and close our customizer by clicking on this X icon. So this is our home page now. It's totally empty. We will start creating our amazing home page from here using Elementor Page Builder. So from top left, go to dashboard, click on pages to all pages. Here is our home page. Click on edit. Now click edit with Elementor. Alright, finally here is the Elementor Page Builder. I'm excited because now we will start creating our real website. So let's go back to my Photoshop. First we are going to create this nice top banner of our website. But before that, I want to make you understand some easy fundamentals of Elementor. Like here you can easily understand. On the left side you can see Elementor elements or widgets like text widget, image widget, video widget. We can just simply drag an element from the left and drop into the right side, and it's instantly done. So you already understand how it works, but I want to make you understand three fundamental things in Elementor. If you understand these three things properly, you can literally create any kind of thing inside your website, literally any kind of thing. So number one is section, number two column, and number three element or widget. So don't become confused when I say anything element and sometimes I say widget. Those are actually same thing. Like this is a text widget or text element. This is an image widget or image element. Alright? So now first let's take a section. To take a section we need to click on this plus icon. Then we have options to pick different structure like a single column section, 2-column section, 3-column section, like that. So for now let's take a section, single column section. Now I want to give this section a background color. To do that I'm clicking on this grab icon, and from here height, giving it a minimum height, and minimum height is 400 pixel. Please don't worry about all these settings at all, because right now I'm just trying to demonstrate what a section is and how it works. So let's now go to style tab here, click on style, and here background type, select classic, and let's give it a color, maybe a red color like this. So this is our section. Now let's add column inside it. To do that, let's click on this icon at the top right here, and you can see here inner section. I'm just dragging it and dropping it inside the section. Now you can see two columns here. Now inside this column I want to add some elements. To do that, I can click on this plus icon, or I can go to this elements icon, and let's drag a heading element inside this column here. So here the most outer thing is section, then column, and inside element. Like if we want to add a background color into this column, let's click on this column icon, go to style, background type classic, select a color, let's make it white like that, and inside this column here is a heading element or widget. So like this heading element, we can add multiple elements inside this column. Like if I want, I can add a button inside it, just drag it and drop it inside here. I can add any text inside it, so here grab the text editor and drop it inside here like that. Now let's start from section level. If you want to do anything on section level, we need to click on this grab icon. Then on the left you will find 3 different tabs. Left one is layout, then style, and then advanced. So if you want to do anything on this section, we can do it from here. Like if we click on style, we can change color, we can do all other stuffs from here. I will show you everything. Then when we will work on column level, we need to click on this column icon, and then from style you can select the background color. From here it's white, you can make it red or anything. So let's keep it white. So it's column level now. If we want to add some breathing space around this column, we can do it from the advanced tab. Here you can see the margin and padding option. If I want to add some padding like 30 pixel all around this column, the padding is added. Then if we want to work on any element or widget level, we need to click on this pen or edit icon. Like it's a heading, from the content tab we can make it H2, H1 or H3, and from style tab we can make the text color to red. We can change the typography from here. Click on this pen icon, we can make its size really bigger or smaller like that. In the same way, if we want to change something on this button, let's click on this pen icon. If we want to make it centered, from content tab, let's make the alignment centered. Go to style, let's change the color, background color, change it to red like that. Also for this text widget, let's click on this pen icon, go to style, text color, make it red, done. So if you only understand these 3 things, section, column and element, you can do anything you want. If it's still not clear, please watch this part twice, because if you only understand this part, you can literally create anything. So now we can start making this top banner into our website. So now let's delete this section. To delete it, click on this top X icon, it's gone. So here on the left, here is our Elementor elements, and on the right side our live web page. By the way, you can adjust the Elementor width from this to this. Let's keep it like this. Also, if you want to preview your page, you can minimize it like this, and you can expand it by clicking here. Now first I want to create some global change, like some global color, global fonts. So we don't have to select a color for heading 1, a specific color for buttons each time. So let's make the global settings first. To do that, go to the top left hamburger icon. Now go to the default colors. Here you can see the global color palette that Elementor gave us. Also there are some available color palette, like if you select this one, you can also select this or this. But here I want to use my own color palette, so I want to change all these colors. How can I do that? I'm clicking here and I'm pasting my primary color here. Then I also want to change the secondary, text and accent color. If you want to use the same color I'm using, you can pause the video and take my colors. Alright, now let's click on apply. Now go to the hamburger menu again, and now select and now click on default fonts. You may remember we have skipped all the typography stuff on customizing option, theme customizing option, because we will be selecting all our fonts from here. So let's click on primary headline here, font family. I want to make it Poppins. It's a Google font, and I want to make the font weight 300. Secondary headline, I want to do the same with it, Poppins, font weight 300. Body text, here again, Poppins, font weight 300. And also for accent text, I want to make the font family to Poppins and font weight 300. So we have set our all global fonts. Now let's click on apply. Alright, we are ready to go. Now let's start creating this top banner. So let's take a section first. Click on this plus icon. I want to take a single column section and I want to make this one with 100%. So here is stretch section, turn it on, and then from here height I want to make it minimum height. Here you can set minimum height in pixel, VH or VW. So I want to make the minimum height in VH, that means vertical height. Let's now drag this to, it's basically from 0 to 100%, so I want to keep it 90% like this. Now go to style tab and from here we can add background like classic background, that's a solid color. We can add gradient background, we can add video background or slideshow background. So let's first add a solid color background, like for now let's add a black background here. So it's looking like 8. Now let's add a heading inside 8. Go to elements and drag a heading inside 8. We cannot see the heading because the heading color is black and our background is also black. So let's now make our heading color white. So to do that, let's click on this pen icon and go to style, text color. Let's make this color to white. Now we can see the text, our heading text. But here instead of add your heading text here, I want it to say Jim Fahad Consultancy. And I want to put a line break here, so I'm just putting my mouse here and hit enter. Now I want to make this heading really big, so let's now go on contents. I want to make it H1, but I'm still not happy with the size. I want to make it more bigger, so let's go to style and from here typography, click on this pen icon and here is the font size. I want to make it really big, so I'm dragging it to the right. It's too much, let's keep it 90. I also want to adjust the line height to something like 0.9 and letter spacing I want to keep it 3. Yep, it looks good. Now I also want to add some bottom margin on this heading. So to do that, let's go to advanced tab, unbind all margin, and I only want to add margin at the bottom. So here bottom is 0 now, let's make it 30. So now it has some bottom margin around 30 pixel. Now underneath this heading I want to put some text, so I'm going to elements and here is the text editor. I'm grabbing this text editor and dropping underneath the heading. So here is our paragraph. We still cannot see it because it's black, so let's change its color. Let's go to style, text color, let's make the color to white. Alright, now I also add some margin with this paragraph to make it look synced with the upper heading. So to do that, let's go on advanced tab, unbind the margin first, and now instead of pixel I want to give some margin in percentage. So I'm clicking here on this percentage icon and on the right I want to add 60% margin, and bottom I want to add some negative margin like -2%. Underneath this paragraph I want to add 2 buttons. So for that, let's go to elements. I want to take inner section first here underneath this paragraph here. Now go to elements and here is the button widget or element. Now drag this inside this column. I want this button say about us, so from here instead of click here I want it to say about us, and I want to link it to our about us page. So here I'm linking it to our about us page. Now let's add some style with it. So to do that, let's go to style, let's add some border with it. So from here border type, let's select it solid and I want to give it width 2 and I want to add border radius all around 3 like that, and I want to remove this reddish color. So from here, background color, I want to make it full transparent like this. So this is this button's normal stage. I want to add a hover effect on this button. To do that, from here, click on hover, and on hover I only want to change the background color. So let's click here, and here I'm pasting my color. Now if we hover over on it, we can see the hover color. On hover, I also want to change the border color as well at the same color like background color. So this color, right now if I hover over on it looks like this. It looks cool. Last thing on this button, I want to add a little bit padding inside it. So to do that, let's go to advanced. From here, padding, I only want to add 5 pixels of padding inside of it. Now I want to reduce the column width of this. So to do that, just grab it here and drag it to the left to reduce the width of this column. Now I want to duplicate this column. So right click here, you will find the option here, duplicate. So I'm clicking here on duplicate. Let's now delete the empty one. Right click, delete it. But I want to make these 2 buttons closer. So to do that, I'm reducing the width of this left column width, maybe 15%. Now I want to edit the content of this button. To do that, click on this pen icon. Here instead of about us, I want to say our services, and I want to link it to our services page. So here, services. What else can we do? Now let's add a subheader at the top of our main heading. So to do that, let's go to elements and drag an inner section at the top of our heading here. On the right column, I want to put a heading. So I'm clicking here on this plus icon. Here is the heading. Just drag this and drop inside here. We cannot see it yet because we need to change the color. So let's go to style. Text color, I want to make it white. Let's go to content. I want to make it H6. And instead of add your heading text here, I want to put my text here. That's what's missing in your business. And on the left column, I want to put a bar to make it look cool. So I want to add a divider here. Let's click on this plus icon, and here is the divider. Let's drag it and drop it inside here. We cannot see it yet, so let's go to styles and color. Let's change the color to our color. Now we can see it. Now I want to make the width to 3 and the gap 6. Now I also want to reduce this column width. So I'm clicking on this column icon. Have a look on my mouse cursor. I'm grabbing it here and dragging it to the left. So I want to keep it something like 10. Yep, 10 is good. 10 point something, no matter. It looks good. Now I want to work on this section level. So to do that, click on this grab icon on this section level, because instead of this solid black color, I want to add a background image. So we have selected the section, and from here is style. Here's the option for background image. So from here we can add background image. Click here to choose image. Go to upload files, select files. Now let's go inside background folder. Let's select an image from here now and click open. Click on insert media. So here is our background image, but we can adjust the position. Like from here you can see the position. Here's different options like center. Let's keep it center, and attachment, let's keep it default, and repeat, we don't want it to be repeated, so let's keep it no repeat, and let's make the size to cover. Awesome. So if we want to keep a single background image, we can do that in this way. But in this top banner, instead of a single image, I want to add a background slideshow. So let's delete this one. To delete it, here is the delete icon. Delete it. And from background type, here is the slideshow option. Click here, and here you can see no images selected. Click on this plus icon. Click on upload files. select files. Let's select couple more images together and click on open. So not only these two, I also want to add this one as well. So I'm selecting this one as well. So there are 3 images in the slideshow. Now let's click create a new gallery. Now you can order or reorder the images the way you want and then click insert gallery. Here by default infinite loop is on, so these 3 images will come one after another infinitely, and here's the duration. By default it 5000 milliseconds, that means 5 seconds. If it's too fast for you, you can make it more, like I want to make it 7000. So after every 7 seconds the next image will appear in the background. There is couple more options that we can play with it. Here is the transition. By default it's fade. If you want, you can make it slide right or slide left, but I like the fade one. And here's the transition duration. It's 500 ms. I want to make it 1000 ms, so 1 second. And here's the background size. I want to make it cover. And background position, I want to make it center. And also I want to add Ken Burns effect here, so I'm turning it on. And I want to make the direction, instead of in, I want to make it out. So overall it would create a really nice effect. At this moment, if we want to preview our page, let's click here on this eye icon to preview changes. Click here and you can see the page live. See? This page looks really great. We only have done the top banner and it looks so much professional with a nice background slideshow, subheading, main heading, paragraph and 2 buttons. Alright, now go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Let's now create our next section. So let's have a look on my Photoshop design. After this top banner, we will create this 3-column section now. In each column, there will be subheading, a main heading, paragraph, and gradient button. So let's create it. Go to our Elementor Page Builder. Here, let's click on this plus icon to take a new section. As it will be a 3-column section, let's select this one. I want to make this section stretched, so turn it on. And I want to add some space at the top and bottom of this section, so let's go to advanced and padding, unbind it. I only want to add some padding at the top, 80 pixel maybe, and bottom 80 pixel. Alright, so right now I want to add a subheading like this, what we have just created on the top banner. So I want to create here at first. So you already know how to do that. Let's click on this plus icon, grab an inner section. Inside of it on the left, I want to put a divider. So let's grab this divider inside of this column. Let's reduce the width of it. So I want to make it in pixel and I want to make this width to 60 pixel. Go to style. I want to change this color black to our color. Let's make the weight to 3 and gap, let's keep it 8 for now. And on the right column, I want to add a subheading. Click on this plus icon, grab a heading inside it. I want it to say small tactics and let's make it H6. Now let's reduce the width of the left column. You know how to do it. Just grab it and drag it to the left. Let's keep it like 20. Okay, 22 is fine. Now underneath this subheading, I want to put the main heading of this column. So let's go to the elements, drag this heading underneath the subheading here. I want it to say our approach. Now underneath the heading, I want to add some text. So go to elements, grab the text editor and drop it underneath the heading. You can change this text whatever you want from here or from directly from here. Alright. Now underneath the text, I want to add a button. You already know how to add a button, so we can just grab the button from here and drop it underneath. Now let's link this button to our About Us page. So I'm linking it to our About Us page. And you already know how to change this color. If we go to style, We can change the color, we can add border like we did on the top banner. So if you want to keep it a solid color background, then you are good to go. But what if you want to create a gradient button like this one, what you can see in my Photoshop? No worries, I will show you how to do that. So now let's delete this button first. To delete it, right click here, delete the button. It's gone. Now I will show you the trick how you can create a gradient button. So to do it, let's go to elements first and take an intersection underneath the text. Inside the left column, click on this plus icon and now drag a button inside of it. Now let's go to advanced and here click on background. Here you can see the option background type. Here's the classic and here's the gradient. Let's click on gradient. So gradient is basically blend of two colors, so we need to take two colors for that. So let's pick our first color from here, click here, I'm putting my color code here, and then here is the second color option, I'm putting my second color code here, and now go to styles. Basically first we are now removing the default background color of our button, so click here on this background color. Let's make it fully transparent. See the gradient effect now. If we want to adjust it as our wish, so let's go back to advanced background. From here you can adjust the location like this 50, or let's keep it 60. You can manually type it from here 60, and here is the angle. You can change the angle from here, so you can keep it the way you want. I want to keep the angle 150, and when we hover over on it, I just want to reverse the angle. So to do that, I will keep everything same on the hover, but I will only change the angle. So let's click on hover. We also here want to use the gradient. Select our first color from here, then select the second color. I'm pasting my second color here. Location, I want it to be same as normal. So here is 60, I want to keep it 60 here as well. I only want to reverse the angle. So here it's 150, I want to make it 300 here. So I'm typing here 300. So if I hover over on it now, you can see the gradient color is reversing. It looks really cool. Now I want to add border radius with it. So let's scroll down. Here's the border option. Let's add 30 pixel of border all around it. Okay, let's make it 50, and now let's adjust the spacing. So scroll up, click on advanced. Let's give it 10 pixel of padding. Unbind it because I want to reduce the top and bottom padding. So top I want to make it 8 and bottom I also want to make it 8, but it still looks very fat, so I want to reduce more the padding from the top and bottom. So let's make it 0 maybe, and top let's make it 0. Yep, it looks good now. Alright, now I want to add some inner space around this whole column. So let's click on this column icon, go to advanced, and padding I want to add 20 pixel padding. Also I want to add some box shadow around this column. So let's go to styles, click on border, and here is the box shadow option. Click here. I want to adjust it a little bit, so click on color. I want to make it more transparent, so let's drag it to the left. Let's keep it like this, so 0.3. Horizontal, let's keep it 0. Vertical, let's keep it 0. Blur, I want to make it more blur, so let's make it 30. And it spreads too much, so I want to add some negative value here, -15, and here position outline is good. Alright, and the last thing I want to do in this column, I want to change the color of this subheading. So I'm clicking here on this icon, go to style. I want to make it a little bit lighter, so text color, maybe this one, #7a 7a 7a. It's a hex code. It's a little bit lighter than dark black. Alright, click outside, and don't worry about this blank column because we are in dashboard now, so we only can see it. When we will preview it on a live page, this empty box won't be shown. So now let's just duplicate this whole column. Right click here, duplicate, and I want to duplicate it one more time. Click duplicate, and of course I want to delete these empty columns. Right click, delete this one, right click, delete. Now you can see there is no space in between these columns, so I want to add some space in between them. So let's click on this column icon, go to advanced, and here I want to add some margin, maybe 20 pixel. Let's do the same with this column, advanced, add 20 pixel margin. Also on this one, go to advanced, add 20 pixel margin. And here you can see the click here text inside the button is split into two lines. So what can I do? We can reduce the padding from left and right. So click on this pen icon, and instead of 10, let's make it 5. And here let's make it 5. Yep, it looks good now. So let's do the same with this all. You can do that going to their each settings, or there is a simple way, like if you right click here and copy it, now then go to this button widget, right click here and click on paste style. See how easy it is? Let's do the same with this one, right click, paste style. Now I want to change the heading of this one to our services. Also I want to change the button link. So click on edit button, go to content, and I want to change the link to our services page. And on the right column I want to change this heading to our results, and I want to link this button to our contact us page. So here link, let's link it to our contact us page. And you can change all this text and subheading the way you want. When we're done with all the changes, let's now click on this update button to save it, and let's click on this eye icon to preview the page. So here is our top cool banner, and then here is the 3-column section that we have just made. It looks really nice. Now let's create our next section. You are already familiar with Elementor Page Builder, so I'm going a little bit faster from now, as you already know how to take elements, how to resize it, how to make fonts bigger, smaller. Alright, so let's go to my Photoshop. We have created this area, and then we will create this area or this section. So here we will have our subheading, main heading, then a paragraph, and the overview of our service with icons. So let's do it. To take a new section, let's click on this plus icon first. I want to select this structure. Let's click on stretch section to make it full width. Now let's have a look on my Photoshop design. Here we will be creating this subheading, and we created this same design subheading on the very top banner here. So as we have created this once, we don't necessarily need to recreate the same design each time. We can just copy that and literally paste that. Now let's scroll up. Here is the subheading area. So grab this area, right click here and click on copy, and then scroll down. Here inside the new section, right click here and click on paste. We cannot see the text because it's white. We have copied here from here, so it was white. Now let's change the text color. So I'm clicking here, go to style, text color. I want to make it #7a, 7a, 7a. Alright, now let's go to elements. Let's add a heading underneath the subheading, and I want it to say consultancy industries. It's a H2, but I want to make it really big, so I'm making the size XXL. Now underneath the heading I want to add a paragraph, so I'm dragging this text editor here. Let's put more text here only to see how it looks. Okay, so now I want to add some margin on the right, so I'm clicking on this pen icon, go to advanced, unbind the margin, and on the right I want to add maybe 45 pixel. Okay, let's make it in percentage. Let's make it 45%. Alright, it's now synced with the main heading. Now underneath that I want to add the services overview, so let's take an inner section first. Here inner section, drag it. So here we have 2 columns. Now I want to take an image box. Let's click on this plus icon. I'm here searching for an image icon widget. So here it is, image box. Let's drag this and drop inside here. Now here in the image box, if you see the options here, you can add any image, you can put your title and description here. So this box is for your title and this box is for your description. So if you change the title here, it would be immediately changed here. Let's now add an image for it. Click on this image icon, go to upload files, select files, I want to go to the Elementor folder here. Now let's click on icons. I want to upload this all. Now let's click on open. All images are uploaded. If you want to use the same image, like I said, you can download the zip file from my website. The link is in the description, or you can use your own icons. So now let's select icon and click on insert media. And here on the left you can see the image position option. So you can make it structured this way, or we can make it like this or like this. I want to make it left aligned, and this title it's right now H3. I want to make it H4. Also I want to make this paragraph text a little bit smaller. So let's scroll up and go to styles. Here you will find the options for images. So if you want to make this icon larger, you can do that from here. And here at the bottom you see content. Click here, you will find all the options to adjust the title and paragraph text. So here's the description. Let's go to its typography. I want to make its size to 14 pixel. Yep, it looks nice to me now. Now I also want to add some padding and margin on this image box. So let's go to advanced. I want to add some margin at the top and bottom. So let's unbind it first. I want to give it 10 pixel margin at the top and 10 pixel margin at the bottom. And let's now unbind the padding, or let's bind it because I want to give 20 pixel of padding all around. Let's now duplicate this column couple times. Duplicate, right click here, duplicate. And of course I want to delete the empty one. Right click here, delete it. And I want to display 6 services preview. So I want to duplicate this whole row. So to do that, right click here on the grab icon and click duplicate. So it's now duplicated. So you can now change each of the heading, paragraph and icons the way you want. Like here, instead of solicitory, I want it to say business planning. And also I want to change the logo. So I'm clicking here, choose image. I want to select this one, click on insert media, and then you can also change this paragraph text. So you know how to do it. I'm changing the other logo and headings for really quick. Alright, this area looks really nice now. I only want to add some padding at the bottom of this section. So to do that, let's click on this section grab icon, go to advanced, unbind the padding, and I only want to add padding at the bottom. So here 60 pixel padding at the bottom. Now let's create our next section. Let's go to my Photoshop, scroll down. Here we will be creating this section now. On the left there will be an image, a big image, and on the right we will have subheading, main heading, paragraph, and 3 inner columns where we can highlight our core values as a business or as a company. So now let's go to the Elementor Page Builder. Here click on this plus icon, and as it's a 2-column section, so I'm selecting this structure. On the left column there will be a big image, and on the right column there we will have the most of the content. So let's start from the right column. So we want to put a subheading first. So you know we can copy and paste it. So let's go above here, hover over on this subheading, right click on this grab icon, copy it and scroll down. Inside the right column, right click here and click on paste. And underneath that subheading, let's add our main heading. Go to elements, drag a heading underneath the subheading, and I want it to say something like 30 years of experience. It's a H2 and I want to make it really big, so I'm making it size XXL, and underneath that I want to put some text. So I'm grabbing this text editor underneath the main heading. Let's put more dummy text, something like this. And underneath that we want to display 3 columns with our core values. So let's go to the elements and drag an inner section here. Now let's click on this plus icon, and here I want to put image box. So I'm searching for image box. Here is image box. Let's drag it inside here. Here it is. I want it to say consistency. Let's click on choose image. I'm selecting this icon. Insert media. Now let's duplicate it couple more times. Right click here, duplicate, right click again, duplicate, and of course I want to delete the empty one, delete it. Now this heading looks so big, so I want to make it smaller. Let's click here. Now let's have a look on the left, scroll down, it's H3. Of course we don't want to make it H3, let's make it H5. Also for this one, let's make it H5. Also this one, make it H5. And here instead of consistency, I want it to say improvement, and the last one I want it to say branching. Now I want to make these paragraphs or texts size is smaller, so to do that let's go to styles, then click on contents, and here for description let's go to typography. Here's the font size. I want to make it smaller, let's make it 12 pixel. I want to make 12 pixel to all these, so I can just right click here, copy, and right click here, I can paste the style. Also here, right click, paste style. Now let's change the logos really fast. Alright, our right column looks good now. Now let's add the big image on the left column. So let's click on this plus icon. We can add it as an image, but instead of that, I'm showing you other way. So let's remove it. Let's drag a spacer inside this section. So spacer is basically an invisible area, so we can add that image as a background of this invisible spacer. Now let's click on this column icon, go to styles, background type, click on classic, click here on the image. Let's go to upload files, select files. I want to go to the Elementor folder, images, and I want to select this image, open it. Now let's click on insert media. Now here you already know the reason why we cannot see the background image properly, because we need to set the position. So let's make the position to sender. Attachment, let's keep it default. Repeat, no repeat, and size, let's make it cover. Now if we minimize the Elementor Page Builder, it looks like this. You see we need to add some space around here. And also I want to make this width to full width. So to do that, let's open the Elementor Page Builder, and here click on this section grab icon. Let's make it stretch section, and also content width, instead of boxed, I want to make it full width. So if we now minimize the Elementor Page Builder, it's looking like this, way better. Now let's add some spacing on the right column. So let's click on this right column icon, go to advanced, unbind the padding, and I want to give it in percentage. So let's click on percentage icon, 10% at the top, 10% on right, 5% on bottom, and 5% on left. So it's looking like this now, much better. But I think you see the above area is white and this area is also white, so we can change it to any other whitish color, but not exactly this white. So to do that, let's go to style, click here on background type, let's select a color. I want to paste F5, 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 this color, so it looks good now. Yep, it looks good. Also we can add a transparent image with the color, so in together that will make this area look more professional. So let's click on the image, upload files, select files, go to the Elementor folder. From the background folder, I want to select this image, open it. Now click insert media. It's not anything strongly visible, but if you have a close look, it gives us a texture. So this gives this area an extra vibe. Let's now create our next section. Let's have a look on my Photoshop. After this area, we're going to make this beautiful testimonial area. I will show you how easily you can make this area really fast. So let's now go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Now click on this plus icon to take a new area. Now select the 3-column area. On the stretch section, click yes. Now inside the column, let's click on this plus icon. I want to put here an image box, so I'm searching for image box. Here it is, drop it here. Let's now select a client image, go to upload files, select files. I'm going back to Elementor folder. From here, headshot folder, I want to upload all the images, open it, and for the first one, I want to select this one, and now click on insert media. And here, let's keep the default image position, and I want to make the title H3 to H4. And underneath that, I want to put star marks, so star icons. So let's go to elements, and I'm searching for stars. Here it is, star rating. Let's drag it and drop it under the paragraph. Here's the star icons, and here's the options for that. You can change the rating scale. By default it's 0 to 5. You can change it to 0 to 10 like this, and here you can put your rating. So if you got 10 out of 5 rating from your client, you can display that in way. So if it's 8, let's keep it 8. So it will be shown on this way. So let's now keep the rating 5, and rating scale, let's keep it 0 to 5. And I want to make this alignment centered, and I want to change the color. So let's go to style. Here's the color option. So instead of yellow, I want to put here our color. I'm pasting my color code. Alright, and underneath that, I want to put this client's name and his company name. So let's go to elements. I want to take a text editor area, and I'm dragging and dropping it under the star rating. Now let's say his name is James Brick. So I'm writing here James Brick, and now hit enter to make a line break. Now here I want to put his company's name, and I want to make his company name bold. So I'm selecting his company name, and here is the bold icon. Click here to make it bold, and I want to make it centered. So let's go to styles. Here's the alignment. Let's make it centered. Also, I don't want this much space in between them. So let's go to content. Let's remove the break in between them. So instead of pressing enter, press shift enter. You know, this is the basic Microsoft Word thing. Now I want to add some spacing around this column. So I'm clicking on this column icon, go to advanced, unbind the margin. I want to have 10 pixel of margin at the top and 10 pixel at the margin at the bottom. Also, I want some padding inside. So let's give it 15 pixel of padding inside. Now I want to duplicate this column couple more time. Right click here, duplicate. Right click here again, duplicate. And of course I want to delete the empty columns. So right click here, delete it, right click, delete the empty column. Now you know how to change these images. So just click over on this image, and from here you can replace this image like this. Select this one, insert media, click here on this image, choose another image from here, select this and insert media. I'm also changing the headings for really quick. Now the last thing in this section, I want to add some space at the top. So to do that, let's click on this grab icon of this section, go to advanced, and I only want to add some padding at the top. So unbind it, and top, let's add 80 pixel of padding at the top. This area looks really clean and professional at the same time. Let's now create our next section. Let's have a look on my Photoshop design. So we just have created this client's testimonial area, and underneath that, here is the logos, the companies we have worked for, and we will create a nice slider with that logos. So let's go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Now let's click on this plus icon. I want to have a single column structure. Turn on the stretch section. Now go to elements. I'm looking for a carousel, so I'm searching for carousel. Here is the image carousel. I'm dragging it and dropping inside the new section. So it says no images selected. So now click on this plus icon to upload all our images. Let's go to upload files, select files. Now I want to go to the Elementor folder, then inside the branch folder, I want to upload all. So I'm selecting all and click on open. All the company logos are uploaded and all are checked. So now let's click on create a new gallery here. You can order or reorder the logos the way you want, or you can reverse the order. Now let's click on insert gallery, and on the left here is the option for this carousel slider. Here's the image size option, so you can select the size you want. I want it to be shown in full size, so I'm selecting full. Slides to show, I'm selecting 5. So at a time there are 5 images displaying here. Here's the option for slides to scroll. So it's scrolling one by one, so I want to keep it default. Image is stretched. No, I don't want it to be stretched. Now here you can see the arrows and the dots. I don't like the arrows in this area, so I want to make it only dots. So arrows are gone, now only dots are displaying here. Links no, caption no. So our client's logo carousel area. Now I only want to add some spacing at the top and bottom. So let's click on this grab icon, go to advanced, unbind the padding. I want to add 10 pixel at the top and bottom. Let's add 80 pixel of padding. Alright, let's now create our next section. Let's go to my Photoshop design. Now we will create this section. Here we will talk about our achievement, our success as a company with a nice number counter to show how many projects we have done, how many hours we have gained. So let's go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Now to create this section, we can click on this plus icon and create that section from scratch. But instead of that, I'm showing you another way how quickly we can do that by copying this whole section. Because the both section have a lot of similarities, I'm showing you how easily you can do it. So let's hover over on this sections grab icon, right click, then click on duplicate. So this whole section is now duplicated underneath it. Now put your mouse cursor on the grab icon and drag it at the bottom of this page like this. Not here, we want to drag it a little more down, so grab this and put it here. Now in this section, we want the image on the right side and the other information text on the left. So just grab the column icon and drag it to the right. It's instantly reversed. Now first I want to replace this image. To do that, let's click on this column icon, go to styles, click over the background image, go to upload files, select files, go to Elementor folder. Inside the images folder, I want to pick this image or this one. Now click on open, click on insert media. Our image is replaced. And here, instead of 30 years of experience, I wanted to say get your business right up there. You can change it the way you want. Then you can write some text about your business success. Now here these image icons are fine, but after the image I want to add a nice number counter. So click over this image box. I don't want this title and description, so I'm keeping this blank. Also the description, let's make it blank. And here I want to put a counter, so let's go to elements. I'm searching for counter. Here's the counter. Let's drag it underneath the image. Now here's the options for counter. So here's the starting number 0 and ending number 100. You can change it the numbers you want. So it will be basically start from 0 and animation goes until it hits your ending number. You can add a prefix or suffix, like if you don't want to say exactly 347 projects, instead of you can say 300 plus projects. So you can that plus icon from here. So I'm putting here plus. So this plus icon always be added as a suffix of this number. From here you can change the animation duration. You can enable or disable the 1000 separator. And here you can add title. So here instead of cool numbers, I want to say business advices given over 30 years. The font is too big. Let's now go to styles. Now here's the option for number typography. Click on the pen icon. You can increase or decrease the size. I want to keep it 54. Close this. Open the title option. Click on the typography. I want to make its font size to 12 pixel. And I also want to reduce the line height because you see it's too much. Let's make the line height to 1.4. Also this text color looks different, so we can adjust the text color from here. I want to use the same text color we're using on this website, so it's 7A, 7A, 7A. Let's now delete the other two columns. I'm right clicking here, delete, right click here, delete. Now I want to duplicate this couple more times, so right click here, duplicate, right click here, duplicate. Now you can change the numbers separately and images separately, like here instead of 300, if you want to say 170 plus, and here instead of 300 plus, you can say 15 plus. Then you can change these images as well, like this. Select any other icon image, insert media, like this. I'm also changing these two images for really quick. See how easily we have just created a new section only by copying another section that we have previously made. Now let's create the last section of our home page. Let's go to my Photoshop design, scroll down. Now we will create this easy simple area. We will of course have different services page, but in the home page we also want to display some of our popular services. Now let's go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Click on this plus icon. I want to select the first structure, turn on the stretch section. Let's now add some space at the top and the bottom first. Go to advanced, unbind the padding. I want to add 80 pixel padding at the top and 80 pixel padding at the bottom. Now let's copy the subheading from any above area. So right click here, copy it, scroll down inside here, right click and paste. Now let's add a heading, drag this heading, and I want it to say popular services. Like other heading, I want to make it double XL. Underneath that, I want to add text editor, and also in this text I want to add some margin at the right. So go to advanced, unbind the margin, make it in percentage. Like above, I want to add 45% margin at the right. Now let's go to elements, drag an intersection element inside it. Now click on the plus icon. I'm searching for an image box. Drag the image box inside of this column. I only want to use the image from the image box, not the title and description. So I'm removing this because I want to add those using heading and text element. So let's go to elements, drag a heading underneath the image. I want to make it H4, and alignment, let's make it centered. And instead of add your heading text here, let's say it's a financial consultancy service. Underneath the heading, I want to add text editor. Also, I want to make this text centered. So go to style, alignment, make it centered. Also, let's give it some padding. So go to advanced, unbind the padding. I want to give right padding 20 and left padding 20 pixel. Now let's select an image for financial consultancy service. Click here on the left, choose image, upload files, select files, go to Elementor folder. Let's go to images folder. I'm selecting a couple of the images. Click on open, click on insert media. Now here I want to make this image width 100%. So let's go to style, and here width, let's make it 100% like this. Now I also want to add some margin on this column. So click on this column icon, go to advanced. Let's add 20 pixel of margin around it. And of course, service should have a call to action button. So I want to use a gradient button here. We already have made gradient button in this page. We can reuse that. So scroll up. Here this button widget, right click over the pen icon, click on copy. Now let's scroll down to the services section we're making. Here underneath the text, right click and click paste. See how easy it is? So instead of click here, I want it to say get a quote here, and I want to link it to our contact us page. Also, I want to add some padding with this button. So let's go to advanced. Instead of 5, I want to make it 20 at the right and 20 at the left. And I want to add some margin at the bottom. So 20 pixel margin at the bottom. Now the last thing I want to do with this column, I want to add box shadow with it. So the exact shadow we have used on the top sections. So let's click on the column icon, go to style, open the border, box shadow. Let's make the transparency to 0.3. Keep the horizontal 0, vertical 0. Make the blur 30. And spread -15, position outline. Alright, now let's copy this column couple more times. Right click, duplicate, right click, duplicate, and let's delete the empty one. Alright, now you know how you can change the image and this heading and the paragraphs. I'm changing those for real quick. Alright, if you now have a close look, you can see a little bit spacing around the image. I don't like that. It actually came with by default with Elementor column. So if we want to remove it, just click on the column icon, go to advanced, just unbind the padding. The default padding space is gone. Let's do the same with these two. Click on the column, go to advanced and unbind the padding. Also with the last one, advanced, unbind the padding. Alright, now you can see as we have removed the default padding, this button has no breathing space at the left and the right. So let's now click on the pen icon of this button. Let's give it 20 pixel margin at the right and 20 pixel margin at the left. Let's do the same with these two buttons as well. Now click update to save the page, and now click on the eye icon to preview the page. This is our top banner. It looks really cool. Then our top 3 sections. This one area looks cool. This one looks great. I love this testimonial area. Logo carousel also working really fine. This area looks great with a nice counter animation. Then the popular services. This area looks really clean. And then here's the footer. But above this footer, a global footer widget will be added. So after completing other pages, we will add that. So not only home page, that global footer will be applied on all the pages. And right now we have not created the blog posts. So when we will finish our blog page, then here a cool looking blog section will be added as well. Like this one, if you go to Photoshop design, after the popular services, this cool blog section will be added after creating the blog posts. Otherwise, we're done with our home page. Now let's create our next pages really quick. Alright, so let's now create our About Us page. So first, let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. From top left, click on Dashboard. From our dashboard, go to Pages. From here, All Pages. We have created our home page and here is our About Us page. Let's click here on Edit. Now from here, click on Edit with Elementor. Now let's go to Photoshop design first to have a look what we're going to make on our About Us page. So we will create a top static banner first, and after the banner we will create a section with a short summary text and a theme image. So let's create these two sections first. Now go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Now let's click on this plus icon, select the single column structure, and I want to make this straight and I want to give it a minimum height. By default it's 400. 400 is fine for me. And let's now go to style. Let's give it a background. Click on a classic one. I want to add a background image. Let's choose the image. Go to update files. Select files. Go to Elementor folder. From here, background folder, I want to select this image, open it, click on insert media. Now let's make the position to center attachment. I want to keep it default. Repeat, no repeat. Size, I want to make it cover. And here I want to add a heading. So click on this plus icon, drag a heading inside here. And I want it to say our vision, successful business. Let's make the alignment centered and I want to make this one size XXL. Also I want to make it white. Let's go to style. Click here on text color. I want to make it white. Alright, our top banner is done. Now let's create our next section. Let's click on this plus icon. This will be a 2-column section. So let's select this structure, make it straight. Now let's add some padding at the top and bottom. Unbind the padding at the top. I want to give it 80 pixel and the bottom 80 pixel. Then inside the right column I want to put an image. Let's click on this plus icon. Drag an image widget inside it. Now let's choose the image. Click here. We already have that image, so from media library let's select this one. Now click on insert media. So here it is, and let's have a look on our design from Photoshop. So on the left there will be a subheading, main heading and some text. So now go back to Elementor Page Builder. We don't need to recreate the subheading here design again. In this page we can copy that from our home page. So let's now go back to our home page builder here. So let's take a subheading, maybe this one, hover over on it, right click, copy it, and let's now go back to our About Us page. Inside the left column, right click and paste it here. So not only on a single page, we can copy paste in between different pages. Isn't that cool? Now let's add our main heading. Go to Elements, drag a heading underneath the subheading, and I want it to say behind the success. Let's make this one size to XXL. Now let's go to Elements. I want to add a text editor underneath the main heading. Now let's add more text here. So it's looking like it. But I want to make this whole portion vertically centered compared to the right image. So how can I do that? Let's click on this column icon and here vertical align. Let's make it middle. So here's the top banner. Underneath that, a simple summary about the theme. Now I want to add another section with nice sliding images. So let's now click on this plus icon, select the single structure. I want to make it straight, and also content width I want to make it full width. And inside this section I want to add a carousel. Now I'm searching for Image Carousel. Here it is. Let's just drag it inside here. Let's now add some images. Click on Upload Files, select Files, go to Elementor folder, and from here Images. I want to add 8 to 10 images. Now click open. All images are uploaded. Now click on create a new gallery. Here you can order, reorder, or you can reverse the order. Now click insert gallery. So here it is. Let's now make the settings. Here image size, I want to make it full. Slides to show, I want to make it 4. Slides to scroll, let's keep it default. Image stretch, no. Navigation, here in this slider, let's remove the dots. Let's keep only arrows here. So I'm selecting arrows only. So we can navigate through this slider by clicking on the left and right arrows. Awesome. Now let's create our next section. Let's have a look on Photoshop first. Here scroll down. We already have made this slider, and then scroll down. Now let's create this cool team member section. So go back to Elementor Page Builder, click on the plus to take a new section, make this section stretch on, go to advanced, unbind the padding because I want to add some padding at the top 80 pixel and bottom 80 pixel. Now let's copy a subheading from top here, hover over on it, right click here, copy and scroll down. Here inside this section, right click here and paste it. Now go to elements, drag a heading inside. Let's make the size XXL and I want it to say our theme. Then you may want to add some text about your theme. So go back to Elementor, drag a text editor inside. I'm pasting some dummy text here. Also I want to add some margin at the right. So let's go to advanced, unbind the margin and let's make it in percentage. Right, let's give it 45%. Alright, now we're going to add team members images, their name and a short bio about them. So let's take an inner section first. Go to elements, drag an inner section inside here. Now click on this plus icon. Drag an image inside, click on choose image, upload files, select files. Now let's go to Elementor folder. Here inside headshot folders, let's now add 3 images together. Click on open. For the first team member, I'm selecting this image. Now click on insert media. So here's the team member image. Now let's take a text editor. Drag the text editor and drop it underneath the team member's image. Alright. Now here first I want to write his position. So he's the chief executive. Now let's hit enter to give it a line break. Then his name here. And I want to make the name bold and underlined. So let's click here on the bold icon and underline icon. And now hit enter to give it another line break, and then you can write a short bio about that team member. Let's now go to style. I want to make the alignment center, and let's now click on typography. I want to make the font size to 14 pixel, and let's make the text transform to uppercase. Sometimes it looks cool to write everything on uppercase. Alright, now click outside. Now let's go to advanced. Here I want to play with the margin because this margin will make this simple looking area cooler. So first unbind the margin. Let's give it some negative margin, maybe minus 90 pixel. But first we need to give it a background color because we cannot see the text properly. So here go to background and let's give it a classic solid background, white background. Alright, now let's go back to advanced. Here you already gave it a negative 90 pixel top margin. Also I want to add 20 pixel right margin and 20 pixel margin on the left. And let's add some padding inside, maybe 20 pixel. It looks good. Now let's add some box shadow with it. So click on border. Here click on the box shadow edit icon. Color, let's make the transparency to 0.3. 0.3 is fine. Now let's keep the horizontal to 0. Vertical, let's make it 15. Let's make the blur 30. And spread, let's make it minus 15. It looks really nice now. Now let's duplicate this column couple more times. Right click here, duplicate. Right click here, duplicate. And delete the empty one. Right click, delete this. If you have more team members, you can duplicate all this just only by hovering over on it and right click. Then if you click on duplicate, this whole row will be duplicated like this. But for now I want to keep only one row, so let's now delete this. And I want to change other team members images. So to do that, let's click on the pen icon. Here choose item, choose image. Let's select another team member's image, insert media. Now let's change the third team member's image, choose image and select another image. Click on insert media. And you can change all this information separately from here, from the text editor. So I'm changing that as well really quickly. Alright, so our team member set is done. Let's now have a look on Photoshop. Now we will be creating these sections, and we already have created this section on the home page, and underneath that here is the logo slider or logo carousel. This one section we also created on the home page. Let's now have a look how can we reuse the sections that we already have created on the home page. Let's now go back to Elementor editor. So far we have done. To save it, let's click on update. Now let's go back to the editor of the home page. So we are going to use this section on the about us section as well. So let's see how easily we can do that. We have already seen we can copy and paste anything from any page to other page, but to reuse it, a complete section, there is a better way. So hover over on the grab icon of this section, right click here, and here you will find an option says save as template. So let's click here. You can save that specific section as a template, so you can use that template on any other pages of your website. So let's now name it service overview. Now click on save. It's saved. Now close this. Now let's go back to about us pages editor, but to get the template you need to refresh this page first. So I'm refreshing this page. Now scroll down underneath this section. Now as we are going to add the template, we will not click on this plus icon. In this time we will click on this folder icon, and from here go to my templates. Here you can see service overview that we just have saved. From here let's click on insert. We're doing everything by ourselves. Let's click on yes. So here it is. Now to save it, click on update, because underneath that we also reuse another section from home page. So let's go back to home page, scroll down. Yep, this section. We want to save this section as another template. So right click here, click on save as template. We can name it client's logo slider. Click on save, close this. Now let's go back to about us page editor. Now you may remember, to get the template first we need to refresh the page. So refresh the page. Now scroll down. Now here click on the folder icon, go to my templates, and here you can see client's logo slider. Now click on insert, click yes. Here it is. Now click on update to save it. So our about us page is done. To have a look, let's click on this eye icon to preview it. So here is our top banner. Here is our team member summary. Underneath that, a really cool looking slider. Then here is a beautiful our team section. Underneath that, here is the services overview, and then the client's logo carousel, and there is the footer. So we have made our about us page so fast. In the same way, let's create our services page. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard, go to pages, to all pages. I'm searching for services page. So here it is, services. Click on edit. Now click on edit with Elementor. Alright, so before starting creating our services page, let's have a look on our Photoshop design what we're going to make in this page. So at the top there will be a top banner like we did on our about us page, so we can reuse that as well. Then underneath that, here is a single service option. So here we can display all the services we have. We already have created this on the home page, so we can also reuse it from our home page. And then underneath that, here is the client's logo slider. We can also use that from home page. Underneath that, here is the client's testimonial area. We can also use that from our home page. Underneath that, here is the recent blogs. We will create this section a little bit later, just after creating our blog page. And underneath that, we will create a contact form so people can communicate with us directly from our services page. Like at the top of this page, there are services here, and here is call to action buttons with each services. So when anyone click on this call to action button, that will take users to the contact us form at the bottom of this page. As most of the thing we already have created on our home page and on our about us page, so let's now create our services page really quickly. So let's go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Before starting working on services page, I want to go to the About Us pages page builder area because we want to reuse this. So I want to save it as a template. So I'm hovering over on this grab icon, save as template, and I want to name it Page Top Banner. Let's save it and close it. Now let's go back to our services page builder. As we have just created a page template from another page, so you know what we need to do. We need to refresh the page first. I'm refreshing this page. Now here, click on this folder icon, go to my templates, and from here, page top banner, let's insert it. Click yes. So here is the top banner. Now I just want to change the background image and the text at the top. So instead of our vision successful business, I wanted to say services with a smile, and I want to change the background of it. So let's go to edit section, go to style, click on choose the image, upload files, select files, go to Elementor folder, backgrounds. Let's select this image, open it, click insert media. Our top banner is done. Now let's click on update to save it, and as we see on the Photoshop design, underneath the top banner we will have our services. So it's on the home page. So let's now go to home page and make it as a template. So now I'm going to the home page builder. I'm searching for the services area. Here it is. So let's save this whole section as a template. Right click here, click save as template, and we can name it all services. Click on save. Now close this. Now let's go back to our services page builder, and you know we need to refresh the page first. I'm refreshing this page. Now here, click on this folder icon, go to my templates, and here you can see all services. Now let's click on insert. Yes, here you go. But now here, instead of popular services, as we are not only displaying our popular services, here we will show our all services. So instead of popular, it should say our services. And now here is 3 services, but we may have more services. So let's now duplicate this section as well. Right click here, click on duplicate. So here is more services added. So like first one is the financial consultancy, then solicitatory consultancy, and the HR consultancy. Then this one could be strategy consultancy, like that. I'm also changing other consultancy services title and images for really quick. Alright, so our services area is done. Let's now have a look on the Photoshop design. Underneath that, we'll have the client's logo carousel, and we already saved the template from home page. So let's do that for real quick. Underneath this section, let's click on this template icon, our folder icon. Here is the template for client's logo slider. Let's click on insert. Yes, here it is. Now click on update to save it, and underneath this slider I want to add a client's testimonial, because client's testimonials are so important on services page. So we already created that on our home page. So let's go back to our home page editor. So here is the client's testimonial section. Let's make it a template. Right click here, save as template. We can name it testimonial. Now save it, close this. Now let's go back to our services page editor. Now refresh the page. Let's now scroll down. Underneath here, click on this template icon. Go to my templates, and here is the testimonial template. So let's click on insert. Yes, here you go. See how easy it is to create a section once and to use that multiple times on all of your pages. That's really insane. Now underneath this section, I want to create a contact form. So let's now create our contact form. So first create a section, click on this plus icon, and for the contact form section, I want to take this layout or this structure. So I'm selecting this one. I want to make this section straight, and also I want to add some padding at the top and bottom. So unbind it, 80 pixel padding at the top and 80 pixel padding at the bottom. And now here inside the middle column, I want to put a contact form. So I'm here searching for a contact form widget. In this page, I will be using this contact form that's provided by Phlox Theme. So I'm just dragging it and dropping inside this middle column. Just have a look how easy it is. You just drag this contact from here, and only you need to put your email address here. So this is the email address where you want to get the email received. That means when any visitor of your website fill out this form, in which email you want to get that email. So I want to get that email on my elementor@jimfahaddigital.com in this email, so I'm putting that email address here. You will put your email address here for sure. So our contact form is done, but my main reason is to put the contact form here in this page is when people click on any of this call to action button, they will scroll down to this contact form and contact with you immediately. To do that, let's use one of the Elementor's most powerful or cool element. So let's go to elements. I'm searching for anchor. Here is the menu anchor. I'm dragging this anchor right above the contact form here. And for this anchor here, I need to put a ID, a unique ID. That could be anything. That could be your cat's name, no problem. I'm naming it contact 101. So I'm just copying this ID because I need to use this ID as a link of these call to action buttons. So let's now click on the edit icon of this button, and here you see link. Currently it's linked to contact us page, but I want to link it with the contact form at the bottom of this page. And before that name we need to put a hash. So let's now update the page. And now click on the eye icon to preview the page. So this is our services page. This is the top banner. Here is our all services, and underneath that here is the slider with client's logo. Here's the client's testimonial, and here is our contact form. I think we should put a title here like get a quote or something like that, because when people will click on this get a quote here button like this, they will be scroll down to this contact form. As we have used anchor, that's why it's working in this way. It's really cool. For now, let's just add a heading right above the contact form. So let's go back to Elementor Page Builder. And now here I wanted to add a heading here. So let's now go to elements and drag a heading here. Underneath the anchor, let's make it centered, and I want it to say get a quote. Also I want to add a background image on this contact form section. So to do that, grab on this section icon, let's go to styles, select background type classic and choose an image. Go to upload files, select files, go to Elementor folder. From background, let's select this image, open it, click on insert media. Now let's adjust the settings. I want to make the position center. Attachment, let's make it scroll. That's actually default one. Repeat, make it no repeat. Size, I want to make it cover. This is a really simple background, but it makes this area looks really cool. Update the page now. Let's now click on the eye icon to preview the page. And let's check it, this get a quote form is working fine. So if we click on a get a quote here, that is scroll down to our form. Awesome. In this page, just one thing bothers me, that is if you have a close look, all of the buttons of our page is gradient, but this button here is not gradient because it came default with Phlox theme. But no worries, after completing other pages, we will make this button gradient as well. Let's now create our contact page now, and then we will create our blog page. Then we are done with our website. Now let's go back to our WordPress dashboard, go to pages, to all pages, and I'm searching for contact. Here is the contact, click on edit. Now let's click on edit with Elementor. So here's the Elementor Page Builder. Let's create our top banner first for the contact page. Click on the template icon, go to my templates, and from here is the page top banner. Click here, insert. Yes. So now I want to change the heading. I want it to say only contact, and I want to change the background. Grab icon. Now go to style. From here choose image, upload files, select files, and I'm going to Elementor folder. From here inside background, let's select this image, open it, click on insert media. Our contact form top banner is done. Now I want to create 3 column section. So let's click on this plus icon, and for this I want to select this 3 column structure. Let's make this column straight. Now I want to give some padding at the top and bottom. I'm going on advanced, unbind the padding. I want to give it 50 pixel top padding and 50 pixel padding at the bottom. Now inside the first column, I want to take an image box. I'm searching for image box. Here is the image box. Here in the title, I want it to say address, and in the description box, I want to put my address. And here you can see the space is huge, so I want to reduce the space. So to do that, I'm going on style, and here you will find the option for this spacing. Let's click on content. And here's the option for title spacing. Let's reduce it to make it 5. The space is now reduced. And this title, let's go to content. Right now it's H3. I want to make it more smaller, so I'm making it H4. Now here in the image, I want to set an icon. So let's click here on the choose image. Let's have a look inside our media library if we have any icon. Let's select this one and click on insert media. Alright, now I want to give this whole image box some padding and margin. So let's click on this pen icon, go to advanced. I want to give it 10 pixel of margin all around and 20 pixel of padding all inside of it. And I also want to add some box shadow. So let's click on border. From here, click on the box shadow pen icon. Now color, I want to make the transparency like all other 0.3. Keep the horizontal 0, vertical let's make it 5, and blur I want to make it 30, and spread let's make it -15. Alright, it looks good. Now duplicate this column couple more time, duplicate, right click on the column, duplicate, and I want to delete the empty columns. Right click delete, right click here, delete this one. And the middle one, instead of address, I want it to say call us, and here I want to put my phone number. Also I want to change the icon, so let's click on choose image, and from here let's select another icon and click on insert media. And now last one, click here, instead of address, here I want to say email us, and here I want to put my email address. That's elementor@jimfahaddigital.com. Alright, this section is done, and next I want to create another section where on the left I want to display the Google map so people get to know where we're located, and on the right side I want to put the contact form. You already know how to create a contact form, so let's just do it quickly. Let's click on this plus icon. I want to take 2 column structure here. On the right column, click on the plus icon. Here I want to put the contact form, so I'm searching for contact form. Here is the contact form. Let's drag it inside here. So here is our form, and you know here you need to give your email address where you want to receive this contact form email. So I'm putting my email address here, and in the left column I want to put Google Map. So now click on the plus icon and I'm searching for map. So here's the Google Map. Let's drag this inside here. And here you can see location. Here I want to put my location. So this map is showing exactly the correct location. Now here is the option for zoom. If you want to zoom more, so you can drag it to the right, so map will be more zoom in like it. But I like the default 10. The 10 zoom is standard, so let's keep it 10. And I want to make the height similar with the right column. So you can adjust that from here. Here is the height, so you can drag the height to make it more longer. I want to make it as the same height like the right one, so I'm keeping it 540 pixel. Also, if you want, you can make this map black and white. So to do that, let's go to style, and I want to make it normally black and white, and if people hover over on it, it will become colorful. So how can you do that? So this is the normal map and this is the hover effect we can add. So from here, normal, click on the CSS filter. You can see here's the option for saturation. Let's make the saturation to 0, so you can see it's now black and white. And now let's click on hover here, click on CSS filters. Here saturation is 100, so that means when you hover over on it, it becomes colorful. And also if you want to give it some transition on hover, you can do that from here, like after 1 second or after 0.7 second, it will become colorful. So something like this, it's black and white, and if you hover over on it, it becomes colorful after 0.7 seconds. So we are done with our contact page. Let's now click on update. Now let's click on this eye icon to preview the page. So here is our top banner. Here is our 3 section with address, call us and email us, and here is our Google Map, and on the right our contact form. Alright, so we are almost done with our website. So let's now create our blog page and blog posts. So let's now go back to our WordPress dashboard. From top left, click on dashboard. And before we start creating blog page, let's make sure from settings to reading that we have set our post page to our blog page like this. And then click save changes. We already have done that at the beginning of this tutorial, but I'm just double checking. So now let's go to pages. From here, let's go to all pages. And from here is our blog page. Let's now click on view from a new tab. So right now this is our blog page. You can see the URL at the top, our elementor.com/blog. So this is our blog page right now. It looks ugly, I know, but for now just have a look what this page has right now. So here you can see the dummy post we have posted at the beginning of this tutorial, our awesome first post, and here is the short summary of this post. And if you now click on the read more, it will take us to the single blog post page. And on the right side you can see a sidebar widget. This sidebar came by default. We will replace that with a nice recent post sidebar. So at this moment this is our blog page, and if we click on read more, we will go to the single blog post page. So if you have a look on the URL, you can see our elementor.com/our awesome first post. So this is the single blog post page. You can see the full blog post here, also the sidebar on the right, and at the bottom here is the comment option. So this is a single blog post page. So let's first create some blog post. We can do that from here, top bar new. Then if you click on post, you can create a new post, but let's do it from our dashboard. So let's close this one. Here is our WordPress dashboard. From here, post, click on all posts. So this one is the dummy post we made at the beginning of this tutorial. I want to delete this one, so let's click on trash. That dummy post is gone. So let's now create our new blog post. So at the top, click on add new. So from here we will be posting our blog posts. Here we will give our post title, and here is the description of the post. But before posting a blog post, I want to show you something. What is a blog? I mean, how a standard blog look like. So let's now have a look on medium.com blog. If you don't know about medium.com, it's one of the world's biggest blog website. So if you have a look on their blog, you can see it's very minimal, simple, clean and easy to read, and a blog should look like this. If you have a look, you can see here a heading and then image, then more text, some links, some bold text like that. Then here another image, more text, Because we need to keep our blog post page as clean as possible. What's the purpose of a blog post? People will come to your blog and they want to read something from your blog. So our purpose should be make it more clean and make it easy to read. So let's now create our first blog post. Let's add a title. So this blog post is about economy. So I want to name the title, How is the Economy? And then here you can write your blog post. We all are familiar with this kind of visual page builder. This is nothing different than Microsoft Word. So I'm showing you how easily you can post your blog post from this visual builder. So first I'm pasting a dummy text here. So you can write everything inside this visual builder. Then if you want to make anything bold, you can just select that and click on the bold icon at the top. Then if you want to make any link inside, just select this and click on this link icon. Then you can put any link, like I'm putting my link, my website link, that https://jimfahaddigital.com, and to apply it, click here apply. You can also change any text colors, like if you want to change this text color, just go here, text color. You can make this one color like dark green, like this. If you want to make any paragraph into quote, so let's just select all this paragraph and click on this quote icon. This will be quoted inside the blog post. Even if you want to make anything heading 1 or heading 2, heading 3, you can do that. You can select the text and go at the top here, heading. So it's now heading 4, you can make it heading 3 or make it heading 2, like that. I want to keep it heading 4. Also, if you want to add any image inside of this blog post, you can add any image. Like after this paragraph, if you want to add an image, so just hit enter. So I want to add an image at this place. So let's now click on add media and select the image you want to insert into the post. Let's now insert this image and click on insert into post. So here's the image. You can also customize this image. Just click on this image. You can make this image right aligned by clicking here. You can make it left aligned, or you can make it centered. Even you can make this image more bigger just by dragging it like this, or you can make it smaller, dragging inside like this. So it's super easy. So within this visual builder, you will be writing your blog post, and here is our blog post title. And if you have a close look, you see there is a permalink automatically generated. That's our elementor.com/how is the economy. So it will be the link for this specific blog post. Now have a look on the right side. Here is the formats: standard format, aside format, gallery format. We will always be using the standard format, but if you want to display your post thumbnail as a video or quote, you can use other formats. Let's keep the format standard, and then you can create category of your post. Like this one is a post about economy, so you can create a category for that. To do that, click on this add new category. I want to name this category to economy. Then click on add new category. You can create multiple categories from here, like I'm creating some business, online market, small business. But I only want to check the economy category for this blog post, so I'm unchecking this. Maybe I will be use other categories on other blog post pages, and then you can add tags of your blog post, and here is the template option. I want to keep the default template, and here's the option for featured image. So which image you want to use as the featured image of this blog post, or I can say it as a thumbnail of your blog post. So let's click on set featured image. Let's select this image and click set featured image. Now when we're done with all this, you can click the publish button to publish it immediately, or even if you want to publish it a week later or 1 month later, you can schedule that as well. To do that, you can click here on edit, and you can set a future date and then set it to OK. But I want to publish it immediately, so I'm clicking here on the publish button. Now let's have a look how our single blog post page is looking. I'm opening it from a new tab. So this is our single blog page looking like. Here is the thumbnail, here is the title, here is the publishing date, author name, and here's the blog post. You see here's the image, and here's the quotes we have made. Then scroll down, and here's the option for commenting, and here at the top right we can see the sidebar here. So let's now customize our single blog post page. To customize it, click on the top here, customize. So here's the customizer. From left, click on blog. Now go to single post. Here you will find the option. If you don't want to display the right sidebar, you can hide that. So you can select this position, no sidebar. If you want to have the sidebar on the left, select this one. But I want to keep the sidebar on the right. Then here you will find more displaying option. Here you can set the default site width, a custom width. If you want to make it narrower, you can select 1000 pixel, but I want to set it default. Then you can change the content style from here like this, so it will be narrower, but I want the default one. And then here you can see an option, display content top margin. If you have a look, here is a top margin. So if you don't want that, disable this option, so that top margin is gone. And also in the single blog post page, I don't want to display the thumbnail. So to disable that, I'm clicking here display post media. I'm disabling this one. I want to display that thumbnail on the blog page, but not on single blog post page. Now here you will find more options, like if you don't want to display the post date or author name, you can show or hide that from here. Then scroll down. You can enable or disable the tag section, like we haven't set any tag, but if you set any tag, you can enable or disable the tag section from here. And by default, here's the display author section is disabled. We can enable it. So let's enable this one. So here you can see my picture and name as author of this blog post. And then scroll down. From here is skin options. You can set the skin for previous post and next post. We only have one post right now. When we will have multiple posts, in that time you can see the next and previous post navigator icons here. So you can set that skin options from here. So you can set all these options from the left bar. Now let's go back and click here single post title. You can enable display title bar section from here, or if you want to change the title alignment like this one centered, you can do that from here. But I want it to be aligned in left, so I'm keeping it the default settings. So when we are done with our settings, let's click on publish and close this. And if you now wonder from where this sidebar widget is coming from and how you can change that, we can change that from our WordPress dashboard. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. Let's go to here appearance. From there, click on widgets. So what are widgets actually? You see, we're using plugins into our WordPress website. So plugins are like extra feature of your website. Widgets are also extra features of your website. Like on the single blog post page, you can see the sidebar here. Here's the search console, and here's the recent post, recent comments, archives, categories. So these are coming from the widget. If we go to the widget, here you can see global primary widget area, and here you can see the search, recent post, recent comments, all these things. So all these are coming from this widget. But this looks ugly. I don't want to display these. So to remove these, go to widgets, and I want to delete all this one by one. Let's delete this one, also delete this one, also this one. So I've deleted all this. If we now go to our single blog post page and we refresh, we cannot see anything because we have deleted all the widgets from here, global primary widget area. So we can add any kind of widgets inside this widget area, like these are the default widgets WordPress gave us. Like you see, here's the calendar. So if you want to set the calendar, here on the right of the single blog post page, we can do that. Like if you click on the calendar and have a close look, this one's name is global primary widget area. So let's select the calendar and check the global primary widget area for calendar and click on add widget. Here you can see the calendar is added inside the global primary widget area. Let's now click on done, and now go to our single blog post page and refresh the page. Now you can see the calendar here, but I don't want calendar either. I'm just showing you how widget works. I want to display here recent posts with nice thumbnail, and for that we will be using a plugin called recent posts with thumbnail. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. Let's go to plugins, click on add new, and now let's search for recent post. So this is the plugin recent posts widget with thumbnail. You see 100k plus active installations. So of course this is a good one. Let's click on install now and click on activate. Now let's go to our widgets, from appearance to widgets. Now here from global primary widget area, I don't want calendar, I want to delete this one. And we have just installed recent post plugin. I'm searching that one. So here it is, recent post with thumbnail. Let's expand it and I want to set it inside global primary widget area. Let's click on add widget. You see it's added inside the global primary widget area. You can set a title here. I want to say it recent posts, and here they gave us a multiple settings option, like the number of posts to show. By default it's 5 is fine, and there are more options. If you want, you can customize all these, but the default settings is fine for me. So let's now click on save. Now click done. Now let's have a look on our single blog post page. Now refresh the page. Now have a look on the right side. Here you can see recent post, and here is our recent post. How is the economy with the thumbnail? So we only have posted one post, so that's why we only can see this one. When we will have tons of posts into our website, then the most recent 5 posts will be shown here with the nice thumbnail. So let's now go back to our WordPress dashboard. Let's go to post, to all post. Now I want to add a few more posts. You already know how to create a post, so I don't want to make you bored. So I'm now creating couple more posts. I'm fast forwarding the video. Alright, I have posted couple more blog posts. So if we now go to all posts, we can see all the posts I have just created. So here you can see the author name, here you can see the category, and here's the publishing date. And if you want to edit your post, like if I want to edit this post, I can click here on this edit. And then if I want to update anything like this, I want to make it bold, or if you did any typo, you can fix all this and then you can click on update. I believe you are now all clear how to create new post and how to edit that and how to delete that. So we have created our single blog post page. Now refresh the page. We can see all the recent posts here. Now see here, we can see the 5 recent posts we made. So this is the single blog post page. What about the main blog page? So let's click on the blog page. So this is our blog page looks like at this moment. Here is a big banner at the top, and here is our recent post with thumbnail. It looks okay, but I want to customize it to make it look more clean. So to customize it, let's click here on the customize button at the top. From there, now click on blog. We have customized our single blog post page through this single post and single post title. Now we want to customize our blog page, not single blog page. So to customize our blog page, click here on blog page. So we can customize our blog page from here. If we scroll down, you can see the blog post in this way, but I don't want to show them in this way. We can select other template from here. If we select this one, our blog posts are showing in this way. Now let's select this one. This one looks more clean, and also I don't want the recent post widget on the blog page but on the single blog page. So I want to remove this from main blog page. So to disable that, let's scroll down. Here's the option. If we don't want that sidebar, we can select this option. So our sidebar is gone. It looks much cleaner now. Also here, instead of read more, if you want to say any other thing, you can change the text from here, but read more is fine. Here is the option for blog content length. You can make it summary. So now it only displays the summary, and when we click on the read more, that will take us to the single blog post page. Now if we scroll up, here you can see the top big banner, but I don't want to display this one on our blog page. So how can we remove that? Let's go back. Now let's go to blog slider. Now by default display slider is enabled, but I want to disable it. So that top banner is gone and our page looks so much cleaner now. Now let's click on publish to save it and close this. So this is our blog page right now looking like, but we can see all the blog posts here. I only want to display 4 posts, and then I want to display the navigation bar. So to do that, let's go to our WordPress dashboard. Now from settings, let's go to reading, and you can see by default blog pages shows at most. Here is the 10. but I want to make it 4. You can make it the way you want, 4, 5, 10 or even more 20 as your wish. But for demonstration purpose, as we don't have tons of posts right now, so I'm selecting 4 and now let's click on Save Changes. Let's now go back to our blog page and refresh the page. Now if we scroll down, we can see 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 blog posts, and then the navigation bar, if you click on 2, we will go to the next page and we can see other blogs from there. So our blog page is looking so clean and working perfectly. And from here, if you now click on read more or the title, we will go to the single blog post page. So here's the single blog post page. On the right bar, recent posts, and if you scroll down, you can see the next and previous option. So people can go to the previous post by clicking here, and they can go to the next post by clicking here. Also, people can make comments from the comment box. Alright. So now we have full functioning blog inside our website as well. Now let's go to our home page. So here is our beautiful home page with all the sections, clients testimonial, services overview. And the last thing I want to add into our website is a global footer. So I will add a global footer here. So that will be displaying on all other pages like our Instagram feed, recent posts, that kind of all thing. So let's do it. Now let's click on customize at the top here. Now scroll down. We want to put our global subfooter here in this place. So let's now click on footer. Now let's click subfooter. Now let's enable the display subfooter. Now from here you can select subfooter layout. You can add here 3-column layout or 4-column layout. I want to add 3 widgets inside it. So I'm selecting this 3-column, and here you can set the background color for subfooter. So now let's click on this color picker, and I want to give it a color that's F3, F3, F3. Now click on apply. Now let's go back. Now let's click on widgets. As we have selected 3 columns, so here we get 3 widget options. So let's now go first into subfooter, first widget area. Click add a widget, and I want to have a text widget first. Click one text. So here on the left our widget will be appeared. So I want to name it quick contact, and then inside Visual Editor I want to say something like feel free to contact with us. It will be our pleasure to be part of your success. You can write your own words. Now let's click on enter. Here first I want to put my phone number. So I'm typing my phone number here. And if you want to make your phone number clickable, so just select your phone number and click on this link icon. To take the code, you can go to jimfahaddigital.com/124. I will put that link in the description. And here in this page, you can see clickable phone number. Let's copy this link and go to our customizer. Paste the code here. Basically, it says tell : your phone number. So here it's my phone number. Click on apply. Now press shift enter. I want to put my email address. Also, I want to make my email address clickable. I'm just selecting my email address. Click the link icon. Then again, you can go to website. Here you will find clickable email. You can copy the snippet from here. Go back to customizer and you can paste that inside here. It's basically mail to : then your email address. Hit enter. So if now anyone click on this phone number, they can make directly call from their mobile phone, and by clicking on your email address, anyone can email you directly. Now press shift enter. I want to put my website address. I also want to link it to my website. Now let's click on this link icon, and you don't need any special snippet. Just put your website URL here. So I'm putting mine. Now click on apply. Now instead of shift enter, I'm pressing enter to make a line break. And here I want to add a map image. Let's go to upload files, select files. Inside Elementor folder, here is a dummy map image. Open it. Let's click insert into post. You can put your real map image here. I'm just putting a dummy image only to show you. Let's now click on done and click on publish to save it. And then inside the second column, I want to show my Instagram feed. So for that we need to install a plugin first. So for now, close this, go to our WordPress dashboard. From plugins, click on add new. I'm searching for a plugin. It says Instagram feed by WP Zoom. So this one, let's click on install now. Now click activate. So our plugin is activated. Let's now go to settings. Here WP Zoom Instagram widget. Click here on settings. Don't get scared with these settings. It's super easy. You just need to connect it with your Instagram. So I'm right clicking here and opening from a new tab. Now it's asking it's my Instagram or not. Yep, this is mine. Jim script is my Instagram handle. Let's now click on continue as Jim script, and here you can see an access token, and we need this access token to display our Instagram feed into our website. So let's just copy this token, go back to our settings, and now paste the access token inside here. Now let's keep rest of the settings default. Click on save changes. Alright, now go to our front end. So we want to display that in the middle column here. So let's now click on customize. Now go to widgets. This time sub footer second area widget. Click add a widget, and I'm here searching for Instagram. Instagram widget by WP Zoom. Select this one, and here we go. So we can perfectly see my Instagram feed here. Also here, instead of Instagram, we can say it like follow us. And also here you have multiple customization option. Like instead of 9, I want to display 12 images. Per row, I want to show 4. Alright, you can also put a specific pixel to resize the image width, but I'm fine with the default one. Now let's scroll down. Here you can see a button says view on Instagram. So if anyone click here, they will go to your Instagram, but I don't want to display that. So I'm unchecking that. The button is gone. Let's now click on done. Now go back. Now click subfooter, third widget area, add a widget, and here I want to add recent posts with thumbnails. This one, click here. I want to name it recent posts, and here we can see 5 posts, but in the footer I only want to display 3, so I'm changing it to 3. Now here 3 recent posts are showing with nice thumbnail. I like it. Now let's scroll down. I'm good with other default settings. If you want, you can change the thumbnail width and height from here, but I'm good with this. Now let's click on done. Now click on publish. Now close this. Now if we scroll down to the footer, here we can see our subfooter nicely. So not only home page, if we now go to our about us page, scroll down to the bottom of this page, here we can also see that. So we can see all these widgets on all the pages. And here at the very bottom, our copyright text is left aligned. I want to make it centered. So let's click on customize again. Scroll down. So I want to make this centered. To do that, let's go to footer. Again, go to footer. And from here, layout, select the centered one. So our copyright text is now centered. Now click on publish. Close the customizer. Now scroll down. It's centered. We are almost done with our website. But you may remember we wanted to add a blog section here on the home page after completing the blog. So we have completed our blog. Now we can add that section. So let's now click edit with Elementor. Now scroll down. Here I want to put that blog section. So let's first click on this plus icon. I want to select this structure. Let's make the stretch turn on. I want to make it full width. Now click on this plus icon, and I'm searching for a widget post. So Phlox Theme gave us this beautiful tiles post widget. So I'm selecting this one and dragging inside our section. Now here our blog posts are showing nicely. You have now options for displaying the different layouts. I want to select this layout, and let's now go to content. By default here is 8 posts. I want to make it 4. So it's looking like this now. And here I only want to display the post title. So let's go to layouts, and here click on display post info. I'm turning it off. Perfect. And also I want to display it only on desktop. I want to hide it on tablet and mobile devices. How can I do that? Let's go to Advanced, scroll down. Here is responsive, click here. So now hide on tablet, turn it on, hide on mobile, turn it on. So not only for this section, if you want to show or hide any specific element on any specific device, you can always do that from Advanced to Responsive from here. So let's now click on Update to save it. Alright, now let's have a look how we can add animations into our page. So if we now want to add an animation into this heading, we need to click first on this pen icon. So that's the setting of this heading. Then click on Advanced, and from there you can see here motion effects. Click here. Here you will find different kind of options. You can select any of them from them. Like you can see here is fade in effect, here is fade in down effect, then here is zoom in effect. So there are lots of effects. You can select any of them, the one you like. I want to keep it zoom in up. And then here is the option for animation duration. So you can make it slower, normal or faster. So if we make it slow, the animation will be coming up slowly. If we make it fast, it will coming up fast. So I want to keep it normal. And here you can add animation delay. If I give it 1000 ms delay, it will come after 1 second. I want to give it 500, so it will come after half second. So you can add these animations into any level. Like you can add animations into this elements level. You can add animations into column level. So now let's add animation into these 3 columns. So let's now click on this column icon first. Let's go to Advanced. Now select motion effects. In the first column, I want to add fade in left effect. Let's keep the animation duration normal. Now let's go to our second column, Advanced motion effects. Let's give this fade in up. Select fade in up. So it's coming nicely from bottom to top. Let's add some delay with it, maybe half second. Yep, it looks nice. Now let's go to our third column, go to Advanced Motion Effects. Now let's give it Fade in Right effect. So it's coming from right side to left. So to see all these effects together, let's for now click on Update and now click on this eye icon to preview the page. So this title is coming with this nice animation. Now scroll down. Awesome. So left one is coming from left side and right column is coming from right side. And as we add fade in up effect on the middle one column, it's coming nicely from bottom to top. Altogether it makes a nice animation. Now let's go back to our Elementor Page Builder. Let's have some more fun with our animations. Let's go to next section, this one. In this section, I want to add animations into each image box element. So let's click on this pen icon of this image element. From Advanced, go to Motion Effects. Let's now add Fade in Up. But now let's have some fun with it. I want to make all of these fade in up, but I want to make first one duration slower, then mid one normal, and the third one I want to make it duration fast. So let's make the first one animation duration too fast. Now let's go to the second one, go to Motion Effects, Animation, Fade in Up. Let's keep it normal. And now let's go to third one, Advanced Motion Effects, Animation, Fade in Up, but I want to make it slow. Let's do the same with the bottom three. Click on this pen icon, go to Advanced Motion Effects, make it fade in up, make the duration fast for the first one. Let's go to second one, go to Advanced Motion Effects, make it fade in up, let's keep it normal. And the third one, let's go to Advanced Motion Effects, fade in up, and I want to make it slow. Now let's update it and have a look on the live page on the right side. So here is the title animation, here is this 3-column animation, and now if we scroll down you can see the effect. It's coming nicely. As we have made this duration accordingly faster, then normal, then slower. Now let's go back. Let's add some more animations. Let's click on this image box. Go to motion effects. I want to add it fade in right effect. First one, I want to make it fast. Let's go to the second one, fade in right. Let's keep it normal. And on the last one, fade in right, and I want to make it slow. Now let's go to testimonial area, select the first column, go to advanced, go to motion effects. Let's make the left one fade in left, and let's make the right column from advanced to motion effects. Let's make it fade in right. And now the middle column, go to advanced, motion effects. Now let's make it fade in up and add some delay like 500 ms. Alright, now let's go to our next section. Here this counter has its own effect, so if we add more effects with it, that will be too much effect, and that's also bad. So I don't want to add more animations with these counters. So let's go to the next section. Let's add some animations with these columns. So let's select this column icon, go to advanced, motion effects. Let's make all this fade in up, but from left to right make it faster to slower. So let's make it fade in up. This one animation duration fast. Second one advanced, motion effects, fade in up, keep it normal. And let's go to third one, advanced, motion effects, fade in up, and make this one slower. Now you know how to add cool effects into any elements or any column, so you can now play with it and make it more cool the way you want. So now let's click on update to save it. Now let's make our page mobile responsive, because you know nowadays most users visit websites through their phone or tablets, so we should make our website responsive for all devices. It's very important. So how can we check and update the responsiveness? For that we need to click here on this button, responsive mode. Let's click here, and first let's have a look how it's looking on tablet device. So this is how it is looking on a tablet device. Here is the logo, here is our menu, and here is the sub menus. It looks fine. This header here looks fine, but we need to adjust the column width on tablet. So let's now click on this column icon. We need to increase the width of this column. So let's make this one's column width to 20%, and the second one, let's click on this column icon and make this one 20%, or let's make it 25%. It looks good now. And when we're changing anything on tablet mode, you can see the icons here on the tablet icon. So after clicking responsive mode, when we came in this tablet and making changes on anything, that will be changed only on tablet device. The desktop setting will remain same. So you are now just adjusting for tablet device. So it makes our life so easier. Alright, now let's go to the next section. We need to fix this section on tablet. So let's first go to this column, the top bar column. We can make it 100% width. So here column width, let's make it 100%. Alright, so let's do the same with this. Click on the column, let's make it 100%. Also on the last one, let's make this column width to 100%, and let's fix our button. I also want to make it 100% on tablet. So let's click on column icon. Let's make it with 100%. Also, you know, we can just right click here, copy this, and then right click here, paste style, and right click here, paste style. So this section now looks perfect on tablet. Let's go to our next section. This section looks perfect on tablet. This section, it looks also perfect. This section looks great, and here's the slider. It looks okay. Now here is the full width section, and we need to adjust the font size here on tablet. So let's click on this counter icon. Now go to typography, and you can see here the tablet icon. So you know already we are changing it only for tablet devices. It won't affect on desktop view. So let's make it 30 pixel or 32. Now we can do it one by one, or we can just right click here, copy it, and right click here, click on paste style. Also here right click, paste style. Easy. Now let's go to our next section. Here it looks okay, but we need to fix these buttons. So let's now click on this edit icon. Let's remove all the margins and padding on this button from tablet. So let's unbind the margin and unbind the padding. I think we can add some margin at the left and right. So on margin right, let's add 10 pixel, and margin left, let's add 10 pixel. It looks perfect now. And you know, we can copy and paste the style. So right click here, copy, and then right click here, paste style, right click here, paste style. It looks perfect now. Let's go to next section, and here's the blog. You may remember we made this hide on tablet and mobile device, and that's why it's already hidden from tablet device. So let's go to next section. Here is the global footer widget. It looks perfect on tablet device. Now click here to go to the top of the page. Now let's have a look how this page looks on mobile device. So let's go to responsive mode and click on mobile. So here's the mobile view. We need to adjust some. So here is our logo. Here is a nice hamburger icon. If we click here, the menus are showing this way. It looks cool. Click on the X to close the menu. I think on mobile this font size is too big. Let's reduce the font size only for mobile device. So let's click on this edit icon, go to style. Now let's go to typography. Let's make this one font size to 50, or let's keep it 45 or 46. And also on mobile I want to reduce the margin bottom from this title. So let's go to advanced and unbind the margin. The spacing is looking good now. Now I want to make these two buttons centered. So let's now click on this edit icon, and here alignment for mobile. Here you can see the mobile icon. So let's now make it centered. Also this button, make it centered. Alright, now let's scroll down. This section looks perfect on mobile device. Now scroll down. It looks really nice on mobile device. This section, we need to reduce the margin right for this paragraph. So let's now click on this edit icon, go to advanced, unbind the margin. Now it looks okay. Scroll down. It looks perfect. It looks nice. Now scroll down. We need to adjust this image. So let's now click on this edit icon. You may remember on desktop we have added an empty spacer here. So on mobile device, let's now increase the spacer height. So let's make it 150 or 60 or more. Let's keep it 180. It's looking perfect. Now scroll down. It looks nice. Perfect. Now scroll down. This area looks amazing on mobile device. Logo carousel looks perfect. Now our counter area looks perfect on mobile device. Now let's fix this spacer as well. So let's click on this edit icon. Let's make this one 180 as well. It's looking perfect now. Scroll down. Let's remove the margin right for this paragraph. Click on edit icon. Go to advanced. Unbind the margin. It looks perfect now. Our single services looks amazing on mobile device. Now scroll down. We have made the blog area invisible, so it's already hidden. We cannot see this area on real mobile device. Now let's scroll down, have a look on footer widget. This one looks perfect. Instagram feed looks perfect, and recent post perfect. I really love the mobile view of this page. Now let's click on update to save it. Now let's make our other pages responsive really quickly. Now let's go to About Us page, and we are here at our About Us page. Let's click on Edit with Elementor. Now let's go to responsive mode. First click on tablet view. On tablet, top banner looks perfect. The 2-column section looks perfect. And then here's the slider. The slider looks perfect on tablet. Now here is our team member area. This area looks perfect on tablet. This area looks perfect. Carousel looks fine, and global widget looks perfect as well. So let's go and check the mobile responsiveness. So let's now click on mobile. It's okay, but I think the font is too big on the banner, so we can reduce the font size a little bit. Let's click on this pen icon. Let's go to style, typography. On mobile device, let's make it 46. Let's keep it 46 pixel in mobile. Let's now go to our next section. This area looks perfect. It looks perfect. Now here is our team section. This looks awesome. I really like this section. Now scroll down. This area looks perfect. Now scroll down. Scroll down. Now here is the global footer widget. All looks perfect. Now let's go to our services page. Now let's click on edit with Elementor. From responsive mode, go to tablet first. Top banner looks perfect. Here is our services. We know how to fix this button because we already fixed that on homepage. So let's do it for really quick. Click on the edit icon. Go to advanced. Unbind the margin. Let's add 10 pixel at right, 10 pixel at the left, and 20 pixel at bottom. So now just copy this and paste it to all the buttons. Paste style. Let's do the same with all buttons. Alright, now let's go to our next section. This carousel looks perfect. Testimonial looks perfect on tablet. Contact us form looks also perfect. Now scroll down. Here's the global footer. Now let's go to mobile device. From responsive mode, click on mobile. Like the about us page. Let's reduce the font size of the banner heading. Let's go to style, typography. Let's make it 46 pixel. Now let's scroll down. Scroll down. Single services looks perfect. Scroll down. All these testimonial looks perfect. And here is the contact form. It looks amazing on mobile device. And here's the global subfooter. Now let's click here on update to save it, and let's go to our contact page. Now click on edit with Elementor. So let's have a look how it looks. Our contact page on tablet device. Click on tablet. Top banner looks perfect. This 3-column looks perfect. And here's the map and contact form. It also looks perfect. And here's global footer. It looks perfect. Let's now go to mobile. Like other pages, let's reduce the font size. Top banner's font size. Go to style. From typography, let's make it 46 pixel. Now scroll down. On mobile device, these columns looks perfect. Here is the Google map, and then here is our contact form. We can reduce the height of the Google map on mobile device. So let's click on this edit icon, and this height we are reducing. It's only for mobile device. So let's now reduce the height. Let's keep it 300 on mobile. Yeah, it looks perfect. Now scroll down. Here's the global footer widget. Perfect. Now let's click on update to save it. Now you may remember we wanted to change the button color on this contact page and on our services page, because here in the services page our all buttons are gradient, but if we scroll down to the bottom of this page, this button color is different alone. So let's make these buttons color gradient as well, and we cannot do that using Elementor because this contact form came with Phlox theme. So we need to adjust that using our customizer, and we will be using a little bit custom CSS for that. But don't worry, I already have written that CSS code for you. So let's now just click on this customizer. Now scroll down, scroll down. Here we want to make this button gradient. So from left, here you can see additional CSS. Let's click here on additional CSS. We will be writing a custom CSS here, but I already have written that for you. So to get that, go to jimfahaddigital.com/Elementor124. You will find that link on the description. So from there you can see here gradient button CSS. So I'm just copying it from here. Right click, copy. Let's go back to our customizer, and here inside this panel right click and just paste it. See, our button became instantly gradient, exactly like the top buttons. Also, it has the hover effect as well. Now click on Publish to save it. Close our customizer. Here in the services page, button color is now gradient. Also, if you now go to our contact us page and refresh the page, now if we scroll down, here our button also become gradient. Awesome. Now let's have a final look on all the pages we have made. First, let's go to our home page. So here is the amazing top banner with nice animations, top 3 sections. Here is the services overview. Scroll down. Here is our full width section, testimonial and carousel, another full width section with nice counter, then popular services. Here is the most recent blogs are coming. Here is our global footer widget, and here is our footer. This home page looks amazing and I really love this page. Now let's have a final look on our About Us page. Top banner, theme section. Here is the nice full width slider, team members area. Here is the services overview, nice carousel and global footer widget. This page looks perfect. Let's go to services page. Here is the top banner, all single services, company logo carousel, testimonials, get a code form, and also if we click any of this button, it is scroll down to the get a code form. Now let's have a final look on our blog page. Our blog page looks super clean with nice thumbnails and read more buttons. And here we have the paginations. Now let's go to a single blog post, click on read more. Our single blog post page is looking awesome with nice recent posts with thumbnail sidebar. It looks so neat and clean for going to previous and next post. And here's the option for commenting. Now let's go to our contact us page. Top banner looks great. Here is the address, call us and email us options. Google Map and contact form also looks great. And our all pages are responsive for tablet and mobile devices. Congratulations! We have successfully completed our website that's looking 100% professional and responsive for all devices. Now you can build any website following this principle. So this is it for now. If you have got some value out of this tutorial, please like this video and subscribe to watch my upcoming more awesome tutorials. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.